Save. Valid through 9/1 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Pirate fans, welcome to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show, brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's Platinum-certified U.S. Cellular stores and experience the highest standard of customer service. Call in on the live line at 317-1250. Now, with a complete recap of the game and your phone calls, live from the Pirate Radio studios, here's your host of the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter, Clip Brock.
The Pack are going to survive. NC State going to beat East Carolina tonight 24-17 to kick off the 2025 football season. And, man, Pirates got down 17-0. Looked like it was going to be a blowout. Stuck in it, but their game will end inside the red zone, and NC State will walk out a winner. Holton Ahlers, your quick thoughts on the Pirates' loss?
Yeah, great game. We can get deeper into it, but literally came down to the final play, and, just didn't make it happen. But we were down 17-0 to start the game. Let's just say that in the first 10 minutes. So it ended up being a great game, and just didn't make the play at the end of the game.
Caden Norman, close but no cigar.
Close but no cigar. Tough loss. Love the tenacity at the end by the team. But early offensive inconsistencies are going to cost you the game on the road every time.
We're taking your calls, 317-1250, U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show. We're back after this.
At U.S. Cellular, you can get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, so you don't have to haggle at self-checkout.
$10.99.
I'll give you $7.
$10.99.
$8.
Calling for assistance.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Back to school means everything from moving the kids around or traveling to see your favorite team play. Doug Henry has the best prices around and savings for your next dream car. You're sure to walk out a happy customer. Doug Henry is easy to find right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
Big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
Big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
Big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty, because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie.
Ahoy, Pirate Nation! Back to school season is here. Whether you're stocking up for class, gearing up for game day, or just want to look awesome walking across campus, we've got you covered. Backpacks, notebooks, textbooks, or dorm essentials, UBE's got it. Don't forget the new Lululemon available exclusively at UBE starting August 28th. Doors will open at 9 a.m. Look smart, shop smart. UBE, where purple and gold never go out of style and always available 24/7 at pirateware.com.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson, with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen and Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
Hey Pirate Nation, are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across eastern North Carolina where all residents are membership eligible. First Flight members experience in-person service, competitive savings, and loan rates. Everything from automobile, boat, and home loans, First Flight has you covered. First Flight is more than just a branch. They're on a mission to take better care of our community. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville is the place to find your next pre-owned vehicle. From high-end SUVs to trucks to cars, starting at just $99.95. There's no better place to find quality pre-owned trucks and SUVs than East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Pre-owned inventory with a factory-certified 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty.
Go to ecauto.com.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
Your quality pre-owned selection is at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
This is Andre Allison, the first receiver to catch 1,000 in ECU history. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
317-1250, the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show, back for another year. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service next to Little Caesars on Charles Boulevard in Greenville, in front of Lowe's Home Improvement on Memorial Drive in Greenville, next to Walmart on 10th Street in Greenville, and the U.S. Cellular store in the Greenville Mall behind Chick-fil-A. Good to have Holton Ahlers and Caden Norman back for another year. Good to have Shirley Rhodes alongside my blanket. Also, Nick and Jackson doing an awesome job today here in the Pirate Radio studios. Dan, Kenny, Bryce, hold on, because Samuel in Greenville is our SCI first call of the fifth quarter. Hello, Samuel.
What's up, Clip? How we doing, man?
Man, we've been better, but
yeah, I know we've been better. I'm glad to be the first caller of the year. I hate to be calling under these circumstances. I think we could have ran the ball a little better tonight. I think there's a lot of things we could have done better tonight. I just feel like we were not comfortable on offense. I'd like to hear from Caden and Holton to see kind of what they think, how we could have done better on offense, because I think this game could have been the other way around if we would have had our offense a little better. So I appreciate you guys. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, guys.
all right, appreciate you, Samuel. Turner Home Team Live Line. Before you answer that, fellas, the SCI first call of the fifth quarter. You'll do anything to keep your family or business safe. Don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. SCI Technologies is North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. Call SCI Technologies today, 321-7006. Running was an issue tonight, fellas.
Yeah, running was an issue. I actually wish we stayed away a little bit from the running. You're running against an ACC front. I mean, those guys are big compared to a lot of guys we play, and a lot of people don't want to hear that. But one thing was Hauser looked super comfortable when he finally got his rhythm, and I just think it took way too long, like 4 straight drives. It was a punt, like 4 and outs. And in college football, Holton, you can tell it the best. You need a rhythm. It's all about rhythm and getting your timings down. And when Hauser had time and was throwing the ball, he looked comfortable. I think we should have threw the ball a lot more tonight.
Yeah, I think JDB early on was like too emphasized on getting Hauser in a rhythm. So like he was just saying we could have ran the ball better. Yes, we could have, but Caden kind of just explained that. People say the extended version of the run, throwing those swing passes. I think we did that a little too much. He just tried to get too many completions just to get everyone's nerve out of the way early. Instead of throwing the ball down the field. Like Anthony Smith beat him a couple times. And later in the game, when we started moving the ball, we were throwing the ball down the field. So I wish we would have done that a little earlier on. But, yeah, man, look, it was a good game. We didn't start hot at all. I mean, me and Kay were talking. I mean, if you do anything in the first quarter, I mean, we probably win that game. So, yeah, tough one.
ECU ran the ball for 326 yards against NC State in the bowl game. Now, take away Rajay's 86, you've still got 240, whatever. So did they go into this game thinking, all right, let's do that again and stick with it too long, Caden, before they started airing it out?
I just think these teams are a lot different than they were in December.
I agree.
The transfer portal changes everything about college football, and I think week one it's just hard to know like what you're getting. That O-line, there's a lot of new faces on that O-line that played tonight. Like starting role. You know, say something?
And yeah, I will say, do you not think Like, what do you think NC State's been hearing all offseason, too? Is that exact stat right there?
326 yards hold to 30 tonight for ECU.
Yeah, it's
on the
tough,
UB
man.
stat sheet.
It's tough. Yeah, I mean, Cliff, I told you on the pregame show that it's going to come down to ECU running the football, and you're going to have to win it because late in the game, I said, like, if it's a game in the fourth quarter, you're going to have to run the football at some point.
Came down to 1 yard.
It did.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it comes down to. Look, winning in environments like that is very, 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 very tough. I never did it, so I'm not acting like I did, but I know how hard it is to do it because I never did it. But, yeah, you got to run the football, and if you don't run the football late in games, then it's tough to win.
Also call out that swing pass, first play of the year.
Oh, yeah,
Worst play call.
That was brutal.
I would have started.
Unless you have Keaton Mitchell catching it. That's pretty good.
That's a little bit.
Pirates will run the ball against Campbell next week, and then we'll see against Coastal and BYU where we stack up. But tonight, not running the football at all. Bryce is up in Hollywood on the Turner Home Team Live line. What's up, Bryce? Bryce. You pass out already, Bryce? Try us again. Let's go to Kenny in Blunt's Creek, 317-1250. What's up, Kenny?
Hey, guys. Just very disappointed. It took us, 3.5 quarters to actually start playing some football. The play calling, I don't know what was going on tonight with that. That was terrible play calling for most of the game and at the end of the game when we had a chance. It looked like John David Kirkpatrick showed up. So I don't get the running up the middle. I understand what Caton said a minute ago about that's a big defensive line. I think we ran 2 plays off tackle, and they were for yardage and a touchdown. But we kept going up the middle and getting stuffed. Caton was under huge pressure all night long from the state defense. And for such a really terrible game, most of it, we had our chance. And we just, I don't know, I guess you just say we choked it up there at the end because we slowed down. And I don't think we should have slowed down. I think we should have put the pedal to the metal and scored. And our defense had actually played a pretty decent game, compared to the offense giving the ball back to the state so many times. And I don't know, Holton, you've been a excellent play caller. Would you have kept running up the middle and getting stuffed?
I hope not, Kenny. I told Caden when we were watching, I thought they should have went under center and ran a bootleg or something. Just get a flat route with a drag route, and then have Caden Hauser can run. Let him have the ability to run too, to kind of extend the play a little bit. I don't think we ran the ball. I mean, Clip, we say we ran for 30 yards, so I don't
30 yards.
Yeah, and I will say, I think, and look, this is just me watching it and having experience. I think the last play was an RPO of a flat or a run, and we ended up throwing it, but I don't blame Caton at all for throwing it. We had 30 yards rushing all game. So, I mean, you're going into it as a quarterback, and you don't know the exact statistics, but most times we've called run, it ain't work. So, I don't know. It's just it's a tough one there. Then I will say our offense is built around speeding up, and slowing down may have just that's not our mojo.
Yeah, I didn't like the end. I think we should have went for it before that 2-minute timeout. You play for 2 possessions there. I kind of disagree with you on the RPO play. I agree with those RPO. I'd rather you hand it there because you threw it to a tight end. I'm not putting the game good tight end, but I don't want any of my games coming down to a tight end making a play.
I'm not mad at him for throwing it. Yeah. I think as a quarterback, you have 30 yards rushing all game. You're the biggest play of the season so far. You're gonna hand it.
Yeah, guys, I think Hauser ended up playing a really good game.
He did. The numbers were great.
But of course, the state's got a good defense. I mean, they're big guys. They're there for a reason. But to just keep watching somebody hand up the middle and lose yards, we were negative yards most of the first half. And of course, we missed a 53-yard field goal. That come in crucial. But hey, look, game's over. We lost. Whatever you want to say to state, they got it this time. Let's get ready. We need to go in and get this game next week and get back on the winning ways. And I'll talk to y'all next week.
All right, Kenny. Good to hear from you, man. We all knew the look of Holton Ahlers in the fourth quarter. We were confident in you because you look confident. Caden, it's not the same look, but, man, he's cool in the fourth quarter. He looked like
he got moving. Yeah. And, dude, that's why I think, all offseason, I think what people pictured with JDB and Caton was that fourth quarter. And, once they got in rhythm, but the first half, or not really the first half, really the first quarter, we're out there and we're like, dude, just let Caton throw it. Caton wasn't uptight right. Like, he just wasn't having the opportunity to throw the ball down the field. Let him. He had one opportunity. He got hit and missed a deep ball. But look, you got to take a shot and you give him a chance to get into rhythm. That's where he's at best. They ran cover 2 a lot in the second half, and they were just the middle of the field was wide open. And you saw that final drive. They finally hit the tight end a couple times over the middle, and that's the weakness of cover 2. So I mean, they played that a lot in the second half, and we started to exploit it. But yeah, I think Caden's strength is throwing it down the field.
Yeah, his pocket presence was nice. Watching him step up, not get razzled. It was fun to watch.
Bryce Williams going to be fired up on Tuesday. Tight ends tonight, accounting for 8 catches for almost 150 yards. Of course, the long one to Connor. So,
and I would like to give a shout out real quick, Clip. I don't know if you noticed on the speed option for a touchdown, those 2 Conley boys on the offensive line.
Oh, I did not notice.
Panda Askew and Bryce Weaver together. Yes, sir.
That's how we do. All right, Dan is up in Charlotte next. U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. What's up, Dan?
Hey, guys. Look, I think our defense actually played pretty awesome. I think they played pretty well. I just thinking about that last drive. We had two plays for 1 yard. I know we're a shotgun team. Why not go under center and just QB sneak it at least one of the 2 tries to get that 1 yard?
We had that conversation with who was it, Jarrett, yesterday. He said if they go shotgun with 4th and 1, I'm like, they're gonna do it. And then he pulled up a clip. Was it on your show? Blake Harrell said we're gonna sneak that thing. It was on somebody's show here at Pirate Radio.
Yeah.
He was like, if it's 4th down and 1, I'll get under there and sneak that thing.
Well, dude, I will say, last year they had that formation where they bring in the D lineman under center and they just run power up the middle. Why didn't we bring that out? Yeah. I mean, you can say shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Right.
At the end of the day, we had an RPO, a run pass option, the final play of the game. To be completely honest, people probably don't want to hear this, but that was probably, if Donnie was here in my senior year, that was probably the same exact play. That was like our bread and butter play. But I don't know how many times we run that, Caden. I don't know if that's a big JDB play or not.
I think a big thing is in college, like when I played with you at least, we had really no plays we went under center. And you really don't want to go under center when you're...
Caden goes under center.
No, I know, but I'm saying, but when you're playing shotgun all day, all game, and it comes down to the games on the line going under center, sometimes you're
As a quarterback, you don't like that.
No, you don't like that at all. Go down there and take that snap. But I totally understand. You want to get in that power formation right there.
Anything else, Dan?
No, that's it. Hopefully bounce back next week.
All right, thanks, man. You guys played real football. I play video game football. It's a little different.
Same thing.
But did we not have an opportunity to go at least regular speed there at the end, try to score?
That's
if we don't, we still got 3 timeouts.
We were
why did we choose to only make 1 possession out of that at the end?
And look, realistically, this is the first true game Coach Harrell's the head coach of East Carolina football. And he's going to look back, and he's probably going to say that in the press conference on Monday. He's going to say, look, we had the 4th fastest offense in America last year, and we just slowed it down with a chance to win the game against a rival away.
I knew when they let it tick to the 2 minute that they were like, I guess they're going to make 1 possession out of this and say this is it.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is their receivers, State's receivers, if we scored, State's receivers were making great plays down the field on the football, and they could get in field goal range and possibly kick it.
Yeah.
But
they don't have a kicker.
You know what the best feeling in the world is when NC State knows what it's like to have a bad kicker.
That was tough. Yeah. We almost had a complete reversal.
That made me feel great, Clip. I'm not going to lie.
All right, let's take a time out. Jimmy, Dean. Ooh, that makes me want sausage. Tanner and Scott, you are up next. Don't have sausage, but we got awesome pizza from Cucinella's. Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. 2 locations with pickup or delivery ready for your order now. Cucinellas.com. Sausage. Jake Hunter signing tonight. I texted him earlier. With the Minnesota Twins organization. Congratulations to former Pirate who said sausage there. Jake Hunter. Let's take a break. We'll come back. More of your calls after this.
Bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown." Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Here with Brian Cook, the comptroller for Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. Talk a little bit about the financing options that you provide.
We're here to help anybody from bad credit, poor credit, rebuilding credit, or great credit. We find the best deal through over 30 lenders here that we work with every day, and we're focused on finding the best fit for all our customers.
One website, 2 outstanding dealerships, Greenville Motor Company, Greenville Auto World. Try us, trust us at driveherenow.com.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
This is Dr. Dixon from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
You would do anything to keep your family safe. Don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. Hi, this is Mike Robertson, the owner of SCI Technologies. We have recently merged with High-Tech Communications to become North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. The most cost-effective solutions for your home or business security and life safety needs. SCI Technologies, 252-321-7006. That's 321-7006.
It's back. The Subaru A Lot to Love event is rolling in for the summer. August 1st through September 2nd, stop by Capital Subaru of Greenville and get great deals on new 2025 Subaru models. Explore top models like the 2025 Crosstrek, Outback, and Forester, all with incredible savings you won't want to miss. Love a great deal? Then you're going to love this event. Hurry into Capital Subaru of Greenville today off of Memorial Drive and online at capitalsubarugreenville.com.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get fucked up.
What's going on, guys? This is Inky Johnson. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio Scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
All right, let's give you some of the finals from earlier today. Of course, the top story is 25th ranked Boise State was drubbed by USF today. Final was 34-7. Duke beat up on Elon 45-17. It was Rutgers over Ohio 34-31. Games going on right now. San Diego State leads Stony Brook in the first half 14-0. Nebraska has a 13-3 lead over Cincinnati at the half. Wisconsin leads Miami of Ohio 3-0. Houston is all over Stephen F. Austin 27-0 at the start of the fourth quarter. Minnesota leads Buffalo 13-10 in the fourth. And that is a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard brought to you by The Buck. It is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. Kick off your week on Monday with sports trivia with Clip Brock. along with Monday Night Football. They have live bands every Friday, Saturday, and, of course, Sunday Fun Day returns with a jersey giveaway every NFL Sunday. You can check out The Buck on the social medias platforms for up-to-date schedules, and we'll see you at The Buck. Now let's head back in to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter post-game call-in show. I am trying to stall because Clip has run in and gotten a piece of clothing, and now here we go. Back
the
to
Buck
Clip.
Jersey giveaway coming back next Sunday, week 1, like this beautiful Terry McLaurin Commanders jersey, which you could win at the Buccaneer Music Hall. Terry McLaurin's back. The NFL season is back on. Boy, we were crunching the numbers during the break on the UBE stat sheet and basically said if you give up 24 points in 2025, your quarterback throws for 366. You allowed just over 100 rushing yards as a team, and Holden, you keep bringing up 0 turnovers.
0 turnovers.
You need to win that game. Like you would think you would win that game.
And the other team misses 2 kicks in the fourth quarter.
Man,
that's wild.
The first quarter nightmare really was the the first half, I guess, nightmare for ECU.
You got to throw the ball down the field. I mean, I think that's where you have an experienced quarterback. You have experienced receivers who are deep ball guys. They're not hitch guys. They're not short game guys. They're deep ball guys. Like you got to get the ball to them, get them in rhythm. And yeah, I think we focus too much on getting them in rhythm of just getting them catches. Like let's get them meaningful catches, deep ball catches. And I just think we didn't do it till too late.
All right, lines locked and loaded. Jeff Nadeau trying to call in. Usually he bets on the Pirates week 5 before he gets mad. He did it tonight. He had money line. He should have just took the points.
Yeah.
But he's mad at the Pirates already.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy, Dean, Tanner, hang on. Let's go to Scott in Greenville. Hey, Scott.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So the first thing I want to do is give a shout out to Brody Alexander, son of Mark Alexander, who played tonight for Conley JV, had 6 tackles and an interception. It was an awesome performance, and they drummed Elizabeth City like 38-0. So that's my first comment.
Yeah, Holden's not the best football player that sat at this table tonight. Brody was here earlier tonight. And, said he had 40 yards on that interception return. So well done.
We thought he was going to take the distance, but he got caught.
Gene's caught up with him.
He was exhausted by the end of that play. The Pirates, I'm disappointed, but I feel positive. The offense didn't wake up until the second half, really, and the defense kept us in the game. I don't get why we didn't run the play. I mean, I do get why he didn't run the play at the 2-minute mark. He planned for success, and I think that's a great attitude. He knew that he was going to score, and he didn't score,
and they didn't.
Right, but he planned on succeeding.
Gotcha.
Good plan.
And with the way that the Wolfpack was making big plays, I get why he didn't want them to have extra time at the end of the game, to score again, since he, of course, counted on scoring and tying the game up.
Yeah, okay, I got you. But they didn't score. I know he planned on it, but
they did not score, but he planned on scoring.
All right.
Mindset, I would say.
Positive mindset. I got you.
And, what I don't understand, though, is that last drive, why are we running the ball up the middle? We are one-dimensional, and there's no hiding it. I don't know why we're trying to run the ball. I don't know why we're not continuing to throw the slants or the downfield ball or the things that are getting us down there, and we want to hand the ball off, and it just works.
I mean, the field does tighten, but I would have liked to see some other
and I will
stuff.
say him running the clock down, we were going to go for 2 if we scored there. He wasn't going to take that. Like, us running the clock down to the final play was pretty much saying, we are going to go for 2 and we're going to make, we're not taking this to overtime.
Yeah.
If he wanted to score and he was just going to kick the field goal, they would have scored when they could have. And I think that's my opinion on it. And another thing, we kind of just someone said it on YouTube a second ago, we kind of just stopped our own momentum there. The momentum was all ours, and then we just kind of took it away from ourselves. We just slowed down and stopped. So
right, we slowed down. So we started to look at the sideline instead of already having a play called, And, I don't really get what that was all about. And who is this guy Spalding? Have I missed him?
Nah, he's been around a couple years, and I got to the point where I was like, I don't want to hear anything else about him because he hasn't done anything. Everybody says he's great at practice. Well, tonight he showed up, so
he's a ball.
I will talk about him. But as we were saying, Holton, the Gun Club boys did good tonight.
They did. I'm glad they were unsuspended. I tell you what, Scott, I don't know if you've read the news lately, but Brock's been headlines, but he'll be headlines again. He's really, really good. I mean, he's been balling, and I remember when he got recruited. So he came in when I was there, and people were saying that he was going to be the next Snead, and he sure looked like it tonight.
Is he a slot guy?
He's both. He was a slot when I was there, but they put him at outside now with this offense. They mix and match so much.
And the other thing is, there were a lot of plays that they called for you to run the ball. I didn't see a lot of that for Caden, and I think they could have done that a whole lot more. He seems to be reliable carrying the ball and has decent speed and some moves. And I just think earlier on in the game, they should have used his legs a little more because a lot of times the middle of the field was open. And, I just think they could have done a lot more with him carrying the ball and let him run.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, and even the beginning of the game, shoot, I would have liked to see him there at the end, maybe go empty and give him we call it stick draw, where you pretty much have hitches and slants on both sides. Can you know what I'm talking about? Just quick game on the outside on that 4th and 1. And then if that's not there, let him run a draw. So pretty much you would go empty, which is no running back in the backfield, 5 wide receivers. If there's 5 people in the box, which is 40 linemen, 1 linebacker, then Caton runs quarterback draw. If there's 6 men in the box, which means there's 40 linemen and 2 linebackers, he throws it because you have the numbers outside. That's like the easiest play in college football to get 1 or 2 yards.
All right, Scott, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
We'll talk to you next week, hopefully, after ECU and Campbell. 317-1250. We go next to Holly Ridge and talk to Tanner. Hey, Tanner. Y'all got to be patient. Let's go to Dean in Greenville. Let's try Dean. What's up, Dean?
How's it going, guys?
All right. What's up?
Let's give some flowers to Josh Aldridge and the defensive unit to make adjustments after, the first drive. But at the same time, I also want to, kind of be critical of JDB and his play calling ability down the stretch and throughout the whole game. I just want to see what Holton says and what y'all think about that.
Overall, I mean, we've talked about it since we came on. It's been the kind of the topic, but Holton, the play calling.
I think it just took him a little bit of getting rhythm. That's the first game of the year. It just happens that we have a rivalry game first game of the year. Usually you play a smaller school.
And I agree with that. But at the same time, it's something's not working, and you still go into the same well. With the running game's not working. Let's run through the air, what we do best.
Yeah, I love running through the air, and it could be Caden. What do you got?
Well, I agree. I wish we didn't run as much near the end. I wish we kept because Caden was looking so good.
Yeah.
But offensive coordinator mindset is you can't leave the run totally because then they're falling back for the pass. You got to keep them honest. That's how the offensive coordinator's thinking. I agree with you on the defense, though. On that first drive, I thought it was about to be 2018 all over again. I thought we were about to get run out of there. And they made some great adjustments. And that defense, I think me and Holton talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago. Defense was our biggest question mark. But, man, they looked really solid tonight. I'm really excited about that defensive unit. JDB, I mean, it reminded me a lot of his last year, those first couple games last year.
Yeah.
They were slow. They moved fast, but they were off the field really fast. Shout out to the defense for surviving that first half, being on the field for so long as well.
Shout out Tegan Wilk. Good to see him back being a Pirate.
Yeah.
Don't bend, don't break defense, but at the same time, it's the defense was given so much, and the offense was not given. A lot of 3-and-outs, a lot of punts, and what was it? I guess mentally, getting past that hurdle of getting the first down. What was it? This late in the second quarter, getting that first down, and now all of a sudden, we're rolling, and then we abandoned that. like throwing through the air, running through the air. What are your thoughts on that?
Thanks for the call, Tanner. Your thoughts?
Hayden, what are your thoughts? I don't know what he was asking.
They're running through the air. I just like.
I don't know how many times y'all can say it took a while for our offense to get going tonight and to get Caton throwing the football.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Sorry, kind of mean to interrupt you there, but I think once we had the 12 men on the field, we scored the touchdown. Then it was like, okay, we're in rhythm. Because I will say, like, beginning of the year, there's so much like, oh, we're going to be perfect. We're going to be perfect. And then you go out there and you have a 3 and out. And then you have a 5-play series. Then you get on the sideline. You have 0 points and you're down 17-0. You're like, crap. But then you saw once we scored that touchdown, like, okay, we can hang with these guys. Defense got some momentum. It's just a momentum game. And that's why I'm just like, at the end there, which, like I said, Coach Harrell, I'm sure will say they wish they would have done it, but they were going to go for it. They were going to go for 2 if they scored. That was his whole thought process, I'd imagine. But the game is full of momentum. We got the momentum, and then we just took it away from ourselves late.
All right.
Yeah, offense is super momentum. I mean, like, momentum. And defense, you can fly around. Defense can bounce back like nobody's business. I think one thing that no one's called out yet that I thought personally, and I could be totally wrong about this, is the offense got punched straight in the mouth in the beginning, and they looked like it at first. They looked dazed in the first 3 to 4 drives. Like, Caton looked a little dazed, and that affects it. You just got to sit hunker down.
Get in rhythm.
Yeah.
Running Through the Air sounds like a great classic rock song, like Stairway to Heaven.
He was probably plugging something there. We just didn't know. He's
running through the air.
It's the new put the fries in the bag, maybe.
Or it's a new like code signal. I don't know. Running through the air.
Running Through the Air. Jimmy in Chocowinity is up next on the Turner Home Team Live line. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
What's up?
I'm just running through the air. I mean,
don't it feel good, man?
We got to keep that all year.
Man, I'm telling you. I started my day out. I'm telling you. I mean, I love these damn Pirates. Started my day out in New York City. Hate the place. I start running through the air from Melville to Manhattan. We get to LaGuardia. We get on the plane. We start running through the air. And we continue to run through the air, and I'm going purple, gold, all through the damn airports, from damn LaGuardia to Charlotte down to PGV, and I'm making a fool of myself. Purple, gold. But I tell you what, I'm proud of those damn Pirates. They did a good job. They didn't win a damn game, but, first quarter, let's be honest with ourselves. You thought, oh, shit, this thing.
Jimmy. Yeah, you've been going at it all day. Can't cuss on the US Cellular Fifth. I know. Great call.
Great energy out of Jimmy.
Yeah.
Great call.
He kind of had me hooked on the story, too. I didn't know where he was going.
I know. So try again next week. And get through it without a cuss word. All right, Jeff, Brian, Kyle, hang on. We will take a timeout on the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. Enjoy a little Cuccinellas. And be back with you after this timeout.
Jeff Stein here at Brown & Wood Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Brown & Wood's award-winning service department is open Monday through Friday. And don't forget, we have free pickup and drop-off. Every customer, when you come in for service, heavy repair, maintenance, it doesn't matter. You get a free car wash, dry, and vacuum. We've also got Tom Brown's favorite tagline, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy, and that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
Flatlands Jessup Insurance Group is not your typical insurance company. We're a family-run, independently owned agency that's been trusted throughout eastern North Carolina since 1963. For 60 years, we've proudly served local communities with a passion for customer service that goes beyond simply meeting expectations. My father understood the importance of rolling up his sleeves and going to work to find solutions for his clients, and our team today understands it too. If you contact one of our 6 offices, rest assured that we'll treat you like family, not just a client. Flatlands Jessup Insurance Group, your whole world covered.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Yeah. Get your game faces on, Pirates. It's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time to blast the cannons in the stands and the fields, if you know what I mean. We're flying into Duff season with shotguns galore and shells for days. Don't miss out on Beretta's rebates on 17 different models of long guns and handguns. Get up to $350 back. Get ready for hunting season with the best deals around and the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
It's Make This the Summer event at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Right now, get 15% below MSRP on the all-new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn. That's up to $9,315 in total savings. Grab a 2024 Ram 2500 with $4,500 bonus cash, plus an extra $1,500 loyalty cash for qualified buyers. Incredible savings all summer long. Just a short drive from wherever you are. Drive a little, save a lot at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
This is CJ Mayhew, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
Welcome back. Need cash fast? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com. National Finance is a proud supporter of ECU Athletics. Now let's head back into the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter. Here's Clip.
All right, lines locked and loaded on that Turner Home Team live line. Clip Rock and a couple of QBs, Holt Nailers and Cade Norman on the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. Glad to be back in game mode here at Pirate Radio. We'll be with you before and after the game all season long. All right, Atticus, Jeff, Brian, hang on. We'll start with Kyle in LaGrange. What's up, Kyle?
What's going on, Clip, Holton, Caton, everybody in Pirate Nation?
Glad to hear you back for another year of the 5th quarter, Kyle.
Absolutely, Clip. Wouldn't miss it. I'm going to just probably repeat what everybody else has been saying. First, talk about the last drive there. I get what Blake had in mind by slowing things down. He wanted to have the last possession, get it in the end zone, go for 2, win it. And I think that's probably what he had in mind going into the game if we got in that situation. I think that was probably pre-planned, that if we were in that situation, that's what he was going to do. But when you run an up-tempo offense and then you suddenly slow it down, you're breaking your own momentum. And I know that's probably already been stated to death, but I would imagine, and Blake's still learning how to be a head coach in terms of game management, clock management. And, sometimes what makes sense when you're thinking about it in terms of managing the game, playing for that last possession, because we're going to go for two anyway, it just doesn't work when you run an up-tempo offense. You're stopping what you're doing. You got to be you no matter what. The fourth down call, who the hell expects a tight end screen on 4th and 1? So I think they thought we were going to catch them off guard. It didn't work. I will say this, no running game at all tonight. If you run it there on 4th and 1, even with no running game, fans are going to question it. They're going to talk about the offensive line and just not picking it up if we don't pick it up. So, by making that play call, the coaching staff really put themselves out there. You're running on 4th down again, even with no running game. That's what everybody expects. So if you don't get it, the fault ends up just going on the O-line. We got to get a running game. We had no running game tonight at all. The fact that we did that with absolutely no running game, just think if we had some semblance of a running game, we'd have won that game easily. Defense is way better than I thought it was going to be. At least it was tonight. I did not expect that kind of defensive effort. I mean, they hit some big plays in the passing game, but they got a good quarterback. They got a good receivers, and that is the weak point of our defense. It's the back end of it. But very proud of the defense. Offensive line needs a lot of work. I think we're going to have to kind of, and that is probably one of the better D-lines we'll see this year. I would think. You would think NC State would be one of the better opponents we see this year. I think there's a lot to build on, a lot of positives. Caden Hauser had a heck of a game, best game he's had as a Pirate. Really, if you look at it, considering he had, again, no running game at all. So I ain't got any, big, huge magic points to make this week. No great lines, nothing, like that, like I always try to come up with. Just proud of the fight in the fourth quarter. Proud of the way Caden played. Brock Spalding stepped up big time. And just overall shocked with the defense. And just, I guess I'll leave you guys with a question. How much of this, I think the running game was primarily, or the lack of the running game was primarily on the O-line. How much of that do you think is our O-line not very good, or NC State's defensive line is pretty good? Obviously, Campbell's not going to really tell that story, but, Coastal's probably when we're going to figure out how good or how bad that offensive line is and if we're going to have much of a running game this year. But that's all I got, guys, and I'll take your answers off the air.
Yeah, appreciate it, Kyle. Good to hear from you, man. I'll say this. Corey Smith, who we talked to from Pack Pride earlier today, said take the over. State's going to probably score. ECU should be able to score. I don't think this is some Mario Williams offensive line or defensive line from NC State. Still, they might be one of the best we see, but I am concerned at how bad we looked in the run game tonight.
Yeah, look, it's first game of the year. I keep saying that, but you grow so much from game one to conference play. These first four games, we keep saying they will be one of the more talented D lines we play. But a team named BYU marches down here.
They got some big boys.
And they got some studs. They were the best D-line in the Big 12 last year. So they're going to be really, really good and be tough. I think we'll figure it out. You'll learn a bunch just from film, too. I just know, I was talking about the Conley boys. They were in the game late the whole fourth quarter. They didn't start. You figure out who your guys are late in games. And it's game one. You got to figure this out. When you rotate a lot, you're going to figure out who you can trust, who all that. Now, I know it's a totally different game, and last year we ran for 3 whatever in the bowl game.
Yeah.
But the Rajay run call, if you look back at it, we should have probably thrown the ball that
third and 8 backed up like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So did that have something to do with it? You're like, okay, we've been in this situation before. What do we go to? We went to a run or an RPO. So that is, if it would have worked there, we would have thought he was a genius, and just didn't tonight. I don't know. Run game, it is not great right now. But I think we have room to grow. You just hope it does grow.
And I think it will. It did last year, Caden, down the stretch. In conference games, we ran the heck out of the ball and finished strong. And if Holden's right, and I think he is, we'll improve on it as the year goes on.
Yeah, and I wonder how much of that offensive line, again, a lot of guys playing, getting their most valuable snaps of their career. I wonder how many, like, I didn't obviously watch the fine-tuned film, but I wonder how many small, minute offensive line mistakes there were that they're going to watch in the game film. Because an offensive line mistake could be so slight. Someone pulls the wrong way. Someone just blocks the wrong guy, and it messes up the entire run game. And I wonder how many there were when you sit down and watch it and see how we grow as you go week on and week out.
And Holden, that's an interesting observation, too, noticing the Conley boys, and they didn't start, and how many changes were made from the first to the fourth quarter tonight. And why were those changes made, and what does it look like next week? Maybe they're still trying to find their five. So,
and look, I mean, ECU historically, like probably from my sophomore year and on for the last whatever year since then, like we've probably played 7 offensive linemen. So like that's normal. But like I also had years, and Caden, you know, like we went into it thinking we had these 5 guys are the starters, then we'll have like 2 guys flowing in, and it went vice versa. Then the 2 guys that ended up gotten in the game balled out, and you keep them in. That's probably the Conley boys. So, and am I a little biased? Yeah, I went to Conley, and they're my friends, but they were in there late, and they stayed in late, and they didn't start the game, and those things do make a difference.
Yeah. All right, Brian, you are up next in Rollsville. Hello, Brian.
Hey guys, thanks for the line. Tough acts to follow there. Kyle, Holton, you guys definitely took some of the points I wanted to talk about for sure. But yeah, not going to belabor some points that have already been made. But really encouraged by the tackling today. I thought we saw some really good open field tackling. You know, by the defense. You know, guys filling holes, making some one-on-one plays, shaking off blockers and getting in and making plays. That was really nice to see. So again, we knew that the defense was going to be kind of a question mark, but those guys didn't get down. I didn't see anybody quit. I didn't see anybody get down on themselves. They were behind. They hung in there. They kept fighting. They're still playing hard for Coach Harrell, and that's great to see. And I certainly would hope that continues. I know Holt was just saying too, it's the first game. Right, so you definitely hope that there's going to be some further, improvements. One of the improvements I really hope to see that I haven't really heard anybody talk about were the penalties. 10 penalties, and some of them were just crushing, like the offensive line penalty right before the field goal at halftime that pushed us back. I mean, not just what they were; some of them were, roughing the passer and just, some more stuff you'd like to not see from a discipline-wise. Some holding penalties and stuff are going to happen, but you got to know if you're running the ball on, 3rd and 12 and you're trying to get into field goal range, man, you just can't get called for a holding penalty. I know that's easy to say and hard to do, but the timing of some of that stuff was, and how many there was a little bit concerning. On a positive note, I know this was sort of a question. I know we got stopped on some 4th downs today. The fake punt was great. Like, I loved that, hey, it's a rivalry game. It's one of the bigger opponents we're going to see this season. Let's be aggressive. Let's take some chances, right? We're in the game. We want to stay in the game. Like, I was very much encouraged to see that, and I certainly hope some of that continues. And, we don't see the guys get more conservative because they don't have anything to lose. It just, but let's put it out there and be aggressive. And, I love that mentality. Let's go for it when it's smart and it makes sense. But, got to clean up the penalties. Got to clean up the penalties. They definitely cost us points and, hurt us in a close game. So looking forward to the rest of the season. This is definitely one of the toughest opponents we'll see. But thanks for the line, and look forward to listening to you guys. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thank you, Brian in Rollsville. Said something early in the call there that I do agree with a lot. Our corners were doing some tackling tonight. Reason and Lowry came up and made some hits, and missed Bailey and I guess Smothers in the backfield a couple times. But what do you think of the tackling overall? You agree it was pretty good for day one?
Shoot, I don't even notice that, honestly. I'm so locked in on the offense. I don't notice missed tackles that much. Like when callers say that. One thing I will say is, look, We were down 17-0 in the first, was that quarter? And these are the calls, right? Yeah, first half. And we're talking about it came down to one play. So shows a lot, shows guys that they believe in Coach Harrell, they believe in themselves. And then I want to give a shout out to the defense because, look, these deep balls, like, they could have scored a lot more points in the red zone. Tomorrow when State watches that film, their big thing is going to be we got to score in the red zone. They would get down in the red zone and we'd hold them to a field goal and they'd miss a field goal. And that's why the game was close at the end. So shout out to the defense. They gave up big plays. And shout out to Josh Aldridge for calling blitzes there. Like the first quarter, we were like, just call a blitz down there. And he finally did, made C.J. Bailey throw it, and we stopped him.
Yeah, the defense, I did notice. At times, they made some great open field tackles. There's other times I was like, man, we should have had them there. But I was very impressed by the open field tackles by the defense. And on the second note is he mentioned the penalties. I think the penalty that made me the most angry all night was that penalty going into halftime. And we had an lineman, Sean Bailey, former teammate of ours, watching with us. He's like, there's holding it. Like, you don't mean to hold. And there's holding every play. And I totally get that. But you got to have some ball knowledge there and know all we're doing is setting up the field goal.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Don't you lay off a little bit on that. And that one made me a little bit mad. And I think as younger guys grow, they'll realize that. Yeah. But that was one that made me the probably the most upset. And then lastly, he called out he called this out earlier, but the special teams. Talk about some taters right there. Backed up in your own end zone. And shout out to Ryan Smith, the special teams coordinator.
Yes.
Ryan Smith was with GA when we were playing. He went to Minnesota to become a GA again. And now he's back at East Carolina as a special teams coordinator, drawing that up, convincing coach to call that against your own end zone. That was a ballsy play, and paid off.
No doubt. Jeff is up in Surf City next on the U.S. Cellular Fifth Quarter Call-In Show. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I just want to say, first-time caller here, you guys are great, Clip, Holden, and Caton. What I saw tonight was, hey, look, we were slow in the first 3 to 3.5 quarters, but then they kind of brought a little bit on. Our defense did a great job. Our defense was so much better than I thought we would be. I thought our offense would be the powerhouse of tonight. But our defense, in my mind, kind of stepped up to the plate. And eventually our offense kind of figured some things out. And, hey, look, man, 14.5 points. Vegas, they don't know what they're doing. We had them. We might have lost by 7, but we almost went down there. And like Holton said earlier, man, if we got that touchdown, we were going for the win. Blake Harrell, he did some risky plays. He did the fake punt. But you know what? Hey, it's the first game. It's against the Wolfpack, and it's a different team from last year. We might have beat them last year in the Military Bowl. It was a different team, like you say, portal, all those different things. But I really think that these guys can build upon this game, knowing that they were coming down to the end, playing a terrible game in the first 3 to 3.5 quarters. And they were coming down to the end, and they almost had this thing. So with the American Conference and the teams that we have coming in, and I mean BYU, they don't have their quarterback this year coming into Greenville, and that's going to be a pretty good game. But all I can say is I think the Pirates have a really good momentum going in to this next game and everything that they can build upon. And I really like to know what you guys think about that. And again, thanks for everything you guys do.
I think you said it pretty well, Jeff. I come away from this game, we're 0-1, but after this game, I feel like we are a contender in the American, or can be.
100%. Yeah, I mean, I think the American, look, it's not as strong. Like, there's still good teams in it, but, like, you can lose games in the American and still make the championship. And I said on the podcast the other day, like, conference play is what's huge. So, like, we're going to get great. Like, we played BYU. That's another huge non-conference game. Like, we have a chance to win pretty much any game we play in now. We have a chance to win that one in the red zone within the 20-yard line with one play to go. So, like, I would leave it feeling good. Look, I'm going to keep saying we were down 17-0. That game could have went totally different at
I felt like it was going
NC State. Like, you're in opponent territory, you're down, they had the ball, like, and it just flipped, and that's how it does. And that's where, like, as State's perspective is, like, that's why when you have a young quarterback, once that quarterback gets experience and more experience, like, when you get up that much, you just take over the game, or not even take over the game. You just kind of understand how to manage the game and understand what winning is. But when there's a young quarterback, we had a chance that entire game, and you could see the momentum shift back and forth, and we got the momentum there at the end. And look, we were one play away.
I would have lost millions of dollars if I was able to bet on State scoring on that second drive. So they went on the 12, 13, 14 play drive. We go 3 and out quicker than you can blink. And for ECU to get off the field right there defensively, they're already tired after one drive. But that defense kept ECU, as crazy as it is to say, 17-0, but kept them in the game. It could have been 21, 28, whatever to nothing. So
they gave up one touchdown after that.
Yeah. I'm going to pump the brakes a little bit.
All right.
That was a tale of two halves for real. In the first half, I was really concerned about ECU. Second half, I'm feeling a lot better. I moved my question marks away from the defense and moved them to the OC. And I move them to the offensive line. That's where they're at right now. Defense, I'm feeling a lot better. But the only reason I pumped the brakes, and I remember we played a really great game against App State last year and lost that game. And we all thought, it was a close game. You gave me a look right there. But it was a close game. And we all thought App was going to be a good team because they were historically a good team. I know State's ACC. Well, give me a second here, Clip. You're giving me these dirty looks.
Sorry.
We don't know where State's going to be yet. So it's like.
That is true.
I'm very happy how the guys played and they finished. But let's say State ends 3-9 this year. We're going to be like, it's going to be like
they'll make a bowl game. They're not going to be elite. They'll make a bowl game.
It's just early. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't have this feeling after the App State game last year that I have right now. I know that much.
We've had a great year at the end of the year.
We did. Atticus, former Pirate Radio intern, has interesting calls. Let's see what he has here. What's up, Atticus?
What's going on, Clip? I know I usually call in and have a funny call or a one line. I have a few questions to ask you and the guys. So first and foremost, did JDB think that it was still the Military Bowl? Did he still think that it was the Military Bowl? Because the way he was handing the rock off up the middle every single play, what was the game plan there? I mean,
just run the ball through the air.
I brought it up earlier. It did feel like he thought they were going to run for 300 yards again, like they did in the Military Bowl.
Yes, it was in okay, I get it, right? Hey, do what works. But good Lord, be able to pivot. I mean, good Lord, it didn't work, and he kept just running it and running it and running it. And I know the center had a couple of bad snaps, and that really screwed Caton. But, good Lord, Caton's awesome, and they took the ball out of our best players' hands. At the end of the day in sports, whether it's basketball, baseball, football, I don't care if it's field hockey, whatever, your best player put the ball in their hands and let them make a play. And JDB was taking the ball out of our best player's hands and not letting him make plays tonight. What are we doing? I hate to say it, man, but the whole screen recording thing, the whole DM thing, it got to him, man. The whole cheating thing, it definitely got to him, and it impacted the way he called the game this week. He definitely was distracted. He definitely looked like a man whose marriage was crumbling in front of his eyes, and he was letting it get to him. Now, I have one more point to make. You guys can confer about that, but I have one more.
I'll go ahead and say I disagree with that, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, he looks like a distracted play caller.
All right, what was your second point?
Here's the other point, man. After this, in the fourth quarter, me and all my buddies, we were watching the game from my living room. We went tarps off. We started going tarps off. I'm not superstitious, Clip, but as soon as we took our shirts off, the Pirates started doing good things. And I said, 3rd and 1, just QB sneak it up the middle with Caton Hauser. And they didn't do it, and they kept stubbing their toe. Buddy, let me tell you something. When I went tarps off, there was a spiritual experience going on, and had we QB snuck it up the middle, we'd be singing Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi right now, and I'd be screaming in your ear drunk right now. Instead, I'm crying in your ear drunk right now because I have not put my shirt on. My buddy, he came into town just to watch this game with me. His shirt is nowhere to be seen. He has not put it on. We are still tarps off. We may never go tarps on again in our life. We never go tarps on again in our life, dude. That we are hurt. We are beaten. We are bruised. We are upset. And honestly, let me say this: Holton, Caden, Norman, if you don't go tarps off in solidarity with us right now, I'm questioning your piratehood.
Caden is unbuttoning his buttons. He's showing a little chest hair.
Atticus is.
If
had a rough night.
If ECU would have won, yeah, we go tarps off, but the Pirates didn't win, so clearly it didn't work.
Atticus, I got a promise for you.
Oh, he hung up on that. He didn't want to hear that. He didn't want to hear
I had a good one for him, too.
I've never heard tarps off either.
Tarps off. That's common.
Yeah.
I was going to tell him if we beat BYU, I'd tarp off with him. But
all right. Atticus may never throw that tarp back on again. All right, David, Spencer, B-Pays, hang on. We'll take a timeout. Atticus always delivers. 317-1250 on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. We'll be back with more after this timeout.
At U.S. Cellular, you can get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, so you don't have to haggle at self-checkout.
$10.99. I'll give you $7. $10.99. $8. Calling for assistance.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulf of Mexico. A huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $7.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU football. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
Shiny teeth and me.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Dr. Holly, owner of Pirate Dental. At Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Does your tooth hurt?
They fix teeth.
Chipped tooth?
They fix teeth.
Need a second opinion?
We fix teeth.
Need a crown, have a cavity? We fix teeth. Bottom line, at Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Call us today at 252-321-2500 or visit us at piratedental.com. Online appointments available. Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Go Pirates.
Shiny teeth and me.
Make things happen this year with the new John Deere. In just one visit to Quality Equipment, you'll find the right lawnmower, compact tractor, or Gator UTV that will save you time and money on your next project. Keep things running all season long with the help of our experienced parts and service team. Your new Deere isn't far away. Find current offers and budget-friendly packages at your local Quality Equipment with 36 locations across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit QualityEquip.com to get started. That's QualityEquip.com.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that are important to our customers, employees, and communities. While we have grown in size and presence, we have never forgotten our roots. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. Our success is your success, because to us, this is home. Go Pirates! Bank with United.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Cuccinella's has been serving up handcrafted pizzas with their family recipe since 1932. If you're in the mood for something different, explore the brand new pastas like the chicken parm, chicken alfredo, or penne marinara. Cuccinella's also has salads, grinders, and house-made Italian ice and Italian ice lemonades. Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cuccinella's. 2 locations with pickup or delivery, and ready for your order now at cuccinellas.com. Go Pirates!
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250. U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show. Clip Brock, Holt Nailers, and Cade Norman taking your calls after ECU falls to NC State 24-17. Pirates there with a chance to score at the end of the game. Couldn't get it in. And the Pack 1-0. Pirates 0-1. Campbell coming up next Saturday. Philly Al, hang on. David Spencer, hang on. Let's go to B. Pays in Raleigh. What's up, Pays?
First of all, Clip, props for the Wu-Tang shirt.
Wu-Tang forever.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money.
Yeah, especially if you had ECU plus the points tonight, like myself. You're doing pretty good.
And I did too, because I talked to you yesterday.
That's right, yeah. I hope you got it in, Pace.
My first sports bet, and I won money, so I'm all good.
Congrats.
What's up, Holt? What's up, Maui Jim? What's up, Maui Jim?
What's up?
So, hey, Holt, let me ask you a question. In the first half, Keaton Hauser had a couple, when they brought Mike Wright in, it looked like one time Mike looked at him like you should have kept the ball instead of trying to hand it off to me. Did you see that play?
Yeah, he probably should. It was power read. You read the D end, and yeah, those reads are always weird. Like in the grand scheme of things, yeah, the D end crashed up the field and tackled Mike Wright. So technically, that is the read. You never know what those linebackers are doing. They'll see it on film. But look, Caton's also. They're boys. He was probably trying to get Mike the ball. So it's one of those where it's just weird. But yeah, grand scheme of things, you read the defensive end. It's a power read. It's just a common play in football. And yeah, probably should have pulled it and ran up the field. They had their right guard was pulling. It was going to be it was power to the left or speed option to the left, depending on what the DN did there. If the DN took Caton, then he would have handed it off. And then, if the DN took Mike, then he should have pulled it and ran QB power.
Gotcha. Yeah, I saw they tried. They brought him in a couple times, and I think they went to Petaway a couple times. I think Petaway had -2 yards, but it was like 2 receptions for -2 yards. So I was trying to remember the Petaway plays tonight.
It was early. They went to him a lot early, Pays, and one rush he was credited for -2 yards, 2 catches and -5 yards tonight for Petaway. So went to him early and didn't see much after that.
Oh, okay. And what, Holton, what did you see? I know you said some of the Conley guys come in. Did they make a right tackle switch at halftime?
Yeah, it was Bryce Weaver, Conley guy. Yep, that's who. So him and then Panda Askew came in, I believe, at right guard.
Yeah, guard.
Yeah, so they played together. I was literally just texting with Panda a second ago, and they felt pretty good about it, and he felt, I talked to him before the game, and he was like, we're going to get in at some point when we're already ready to go, and they played pretty well once they got in.
Yeah, no, I thought, you could definitely tell in the second, the second half that they were. I mean, I think our running game will be okay. I mean, I'm trying to remember which year, Clip, but this reminds me of one of the Lincoln Riley years where we struggled early running the ball, and then eventually. Maybe it was 12.
I told Holt earlier it felt like early Lincoln stat lines with our quarterback has 366 yards and we only have 17 points. Like, where did all those yards go? But
yeah, I agree. Because we went fourth downs. We were what, over 3 on fourth?
You have to pull up the UBE stat sheet and see that.
1 fourth down.
Fourth down, 1 for 4.
Yeah.
1 for 4. Yeah, 1 for 4. So we'll be all right. I mean, listen. This conference is going to be. You saw what USF did to Boise today. Memphis is going to be strong. I mean, we get Memphis at home. We don't have to see USF. I don't know what Tulane and Army. I don't know how Army will be, but we'll be all right. But I thought they showed some fight, and I saw where Blake just said they were definitely going for 2. You were right, holding on that. Came out under.
Yeah, I figured running the ball down there. I mean, there's no reason you would try to run out the clock unless you're going for 2 to win it at the end.
Yeah, he said he was on the headset telling them we're going for 2. So that's what they ended up.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, like I said, you beat Campbell next week. I think you'll start to see what we have with. I don't know how good Coastal is. I mean, you have to go down there and play them. But then you get Army and BYU, and that'll be, if you can be 3-2 after these first 5, I think everybody's happy. So go Pirates. Appreciate y'all, fellas.
All right, Pace. See you, man. There's B-Pace in Raleigh on the Turner Home Team live line.
One thing he called out was trying to get Mike Wright the ball. Mike Wright had a couple of times. They tried to get him the ball, and I really wanted to see what he was going to do. That one time they ran like that sweep with Spalding.
Yeah,
and Spalding was looking like he was going to pitch it.
Yeah.
And I was excited to see, and nothing came. So I'm excited to see Mike Wright get some action eventually.
You had the defense 7 yards in the backfield.
Every time they try to get him the ball, just something blew it up. So.
Yeah. Let's just not make Mike Wright the little gadget guy where he goes out there and there's some sort of little trick play there. Like, if you want to get him touches, get him touches. But, like, even tonight, like, State knew who Mike Wright was. And when he came in the game, like, he's not a secret. So let's not try to be like too fancy with it. Let's just, if you want to get him touches, like, let's get him some runs.
I think it's hard because everyone knows that he's coming in, something's going to happen. So you got to bring him in and not do anything sometimes.
Yeah, just run a normal. Yeah. Spencer is up in Greenville next. Hello, Spencer.
Hey, how are y'all? One point I want to make is I'm just really disappointed there's not one person to blame for the loss. I mean, in past years, there's probably one key person, or I'm not going to say any names, but just that you can really point for the loss. So disappointed because of that. Fan base turned out great tonight. It was definitely, we had the better of the crowds. I mean, that was pretty apparent. State was shaking in their boots. They didn't know what hit them when we started scoring touchdowns towards the end of the game. That's all I got. Go Pirates.
All right, there is Spencer in Greenville. 317-1250. We go next to David in Farmville. Hello, David. David's gone. All right. Philly Al back for another year. Al, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. How are you, Clip?
Doing good. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, it's been a while. I was pretty impressed. Other years, I noticed a different crowd is calling, and some of them don't realize that this is a pretty good team compared to the way it used to be. But let me ask you something, Cliff. When I hear most of the stations go that some of the teams are going to have to opt in or opt out, are they talking about the amount of money they have to pay the players?
Yeah, that's for the what do you call it with the schools paying the players?
Revenue share.
Whatever it is, ECU's in. Yeah.
Revenue share.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I want. That's what I want to hear. That they are in.
Yeah.
If they're building all these facilities and a beautiful stadium, I kept saying, wait a minute. I mean, there is no way that ECU would opt out, I would think so.
Yeah.
I was impressed. This is the first year I enjoyed the game. I think they could, and I think we're going to have a good year, and maybe be able to call in and be a little bit happy.
Well, yeah, I know. I remember down times, and even like when we were pretty good, you would be down on the Pirates because you wanted them to be better. But I'm glad to hear you optimistic right now.
I'm very optimistic. I hope to get. My son said to me tonight. He said, "Daddy, we never been to a game." I told him, I wish I could come to a game. I would love to come to a game, but I don't know if I'd be able to walk in the stadium.
Yeah.
I've never been to the stadium, so I don't know what it's like. But I sure would like to see you guys at the tailgate.
Well, Al, if you can get there physically, we can make sure you get to a game. We can get you at a game.
I will. You know what? I was hoping you would say that because I told my son I'm going to call Cliff tonight.
I think you just suckered me into free tickets or something. Al, we'll figure out something, man. Just call me during the week.
Yeah.
Wait, you're the Eagles fan, right? Never mind. I was thinking you were somebody else.
No, that's me.
Call me during the week, Al. Yeah, we'll get you there.
I will. Thank you very much.
All right, man. Philly Al, he's been calling a long time. And, I can't believe he hadn't been to a game.
Yeah,
we'll get you to a game. Shocking. All right, Zach, Drew, Butch, hang on. 317-1250 on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. We will be back with more of your calls as we roll on late night Thursday into Friday. Back with you after this.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see us at Integrity Home Mortgage at our new location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
In a world full of uncertainty, there's one team you can count on, the North Carolina Protection Group. Their licensed specialists bring unmatched training, integrity, and over a century of combined experience in personal protection. From executives and celebrities to families and vital assets, we provide world-class security, 24-hour video monitoring, and on-site guards. Anywhere, anytime. Don't wait. Call the North Carolina Protection Group today at 919-886-6274.
Play it again, sport. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play It Again Sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today? And then you hear,
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
QC Kinetics with another success story, and this one from our Pirate Radio family. Brian Bailey's wife, Melissa, has finally found some answer to her pain in her back.
I work in home health, so I'm constantly working with patients. That work is taking its toll on my body and my back. And all the driving that I do, I was looking for an answer. I found that answer at QC Kinetics. My pain is virtually gone, and I'm in the early stages of treatment. They say it's only going to get better from here.
Call them today for a free consultation, 494-5387. QC Kinetics.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
Wings Over Greenville just got bold with their new bourbon barbecue flavor. It's a triple threat, sweet, smoky, and smooth. Download the Wings Over app, enjoy the Frequent Flyer Club, earn points, unlock exclusive deals, and redeem for free food. Save your go-to orders, order ahead, and skip the line. First-time app user, get free boneless wings just for signing up. And when you order delivery through the app, you skip the middleman. No extra fees from third-party apps like Uber Eats or DoorDash. And don't forget, use the promo code PIRATE25 for 10% off your meal. So fly smart. Download the Wings Over app today or order now at wingsover.com. Wings Over, they deliver.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. I got a text from AT Alan Thomas. He said, shout out to the punter, MVP, cannon of a leg, especially in the first half when we were struggling to keep pace with the pack, flip the field, and of course 1-for-1 passing. So good debut from Ryan Levy tonight. 5 punts, 210 yards, average of 42, long of 47, and the fake punt as well. All right, Cole, Zach, Drew, hang on. We continue. We've had lines locked and loaded the entire night on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Butch is up in Greenville. Hey, Butch.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Wish I was talking to you under better circumstances. I'm drinking a little bit of Evan Williams right now. My boy. I really don't let him drink as much on the weekdays. But it was a Thursday night, and we talked about it, and it was game day. And last time we talked, it was in December when we beat the Pack. So I gave him a bottle. I didn't want to, but we thought we would win the game. We didn't.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. But we won in December.
Yeah.
And we won with Lonnie, my ex-wife, when she was, I don't know, she was horning around back in 2016. When we beat NC State in 2016.
Yeah. Okay.
But I was real excited for this game. And I really want to know what went wrong. What happened?
Yeah. Sometimes you got to ask yourself, where did it all go wrong?
That's what I ask myself every day.
Well, hey, look, you're calling into this show, so you're doing something right.
That's right. But can you help me out in one thing? Can I tell my son, he's 14. He's a freshman in high school.
Okay.
He wants to pull with the Pirates, but should I tell him to pull for State? Should I tell him pull for the Tar Heels? Should I tell him pull for the 49ers? Who should he pull for? Who should he go to school for?
Holden, tell him.
Pirates, man, come on.
Pirates.
I mean,
Holden Ahlers could have gone a lot of other places. He could have left Greenville. He decided to stay here. Your son should too.
That's right.
I appreciate that, and he'll love to hear that. But he's also, I mean, he's not athletic at all.
Well, neither am I, and I stuck with the Pirates.
I know, but I think he's more of a band kid.
Well,
he wants to play sport. I think he's more of a.
Is this real?
I don't know. Butch, this is before the ECU football. This is not really a life advice show, so.
Okay, my fault.
Yeah, that's all right, man. We'll catch us next week.
All right, yes, sir.
All right, buddy. There he is, Butch in Greenville.
Nice. I mean,
317-1250. We go to Drew in Asheville next. What's up, Drew?
Hey guys, always enjoy kicking the season off with the fifth quarter call-in show. It was a tough one. Felt like it was one we could have had, but I'll just run over some things and just, there was a late hit early in the game where I think it was our tight end was, on the ground for, 1 or 2 seconds, and they throw the flag and then pick it up, and I don't like that. But, going 4 straight 3 and out is not ideal. I think Alex Thomas commented on the punter, and I agree with that. That was a very strong point of our team. The drop pass right before halftime on the field goal, I thought that was not, push the 45-yarder into a 53. We can sit here and talk about a lot of things of what could have been, but as a, longtime Pirate supporter, it was just, we had them right where we wanted them. We started slow. J-Dub with our top 25 offense, 4 straight 3-and-outs is not what we need to win the game. Thoughts on the backfield handoffs or screen passes or to Mike Wright or whatever? Those did not seem to work. Wanted to hear you guys' thoughts on that. We had questions on center, a couple of bad snaps. I feel like we should blitz more, but shout out to the defense. I really thought for them to be our so-called weakness, really proud of the way they played, and I'm really excited about the rest of the season, honestly. Go Pirates. Love you guys. Shout out Pirate Radio 1250.
All right, Drew. He was referring to Jarrett. ECU top 25 offense in the country. We'll pump the brakes on that for now after scoring 17 tonight. Put up some yards in the passing game. Couldn't run the ball at all. But you've touched on it, guys. But the kind of backfield plays, ECU, a lot of side to side and going backwards rather than upfield and vertical. Do you think that stays in the playbook? All the screens, all the end arounds, things like that?
I think they'll stay in the playbook, not as much. I think, like I said, we kind of overdid it early on to kind of get – because I can see in an OC's mind, it's like, okay, let's run a swing pass to start the game just to throw it out to the receiver, let Caton get comfortable, let the receivers get a touch, especially some of these new receivers, kind of get, hoping to get 2 or 3 yards, if not break a big one. But then you can't overdo it as well. And like I said, Caton's strength is throwing the ball down the field. Our receiver strength, our deep ball strength, and our offensive strength just in general is when we throw the ball down the field, which you saw later in the game. So, I think we overdid it. I think we'll still keep it, just not as much.
One thing he said is he wished that we blitzed more. I thought in the beginning, we didn't. That first drive, we really stepped back, but I thought they did a good rotation of blitz schemes throughout the game after that first series. So I thought we did a good job on the defensive front mixing it up.
Yeah, I think schematically defense, it looked very identical to Coach Harrell's defense. So it seems like it's going to stay the same for the most part. I can definitely tell a lot of those blitzes have stayed. So yeah, feel pretty good about the defense right now.
Good guy Troy D with the PSA for the Pirate Nation. Right. If you are on your app and listening to us on the way home from Raleigh, police, state troopers all over the place on 264 between Raleigh and Greenville. Stay alert, don't speed. We have passed 5 folks pulled over. Looking out for my fellow pirates. All right. Thanks, Troy D, for passing that along. 317-1250. Zach is up in Raleigh. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Clip. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Clip. Holton, Caden, appreciate all you do for us.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And also shout out Caden because I'm pretty sure I played you in pickleball before.
Hey. Who won?
I think Caden did.
There we go. That's the right answer.
Look, a couple things I wanted to say. First off, I am incredibly proud of how the Pirates played. Obviously, first half wasn't ideal. We just felt like we couldn't get any momentum going. I don't think we got a first down until the second quarter. I do think, just listening to some of the other callers, the run game obviously wasn't working, but obviously I don't think you can abandon that completely. I certainly understand some of the screen game. Got to keep some of the defense honest. So I certainly understood that. And I do generally like to see kind of the up-tempo offense, but I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on if it's not working. Obviously it wasn't in the first quarter. Some of the second quarter in terms of trying to slow it down a little bit because just time of possession was obviously not in our favor, and just putting the defense on the field that long. And again, I think defense played their tails off. And I think that was the big question mark coming into the game. But I was incredibly proud of them. And honestly, coming into the game, I was thinking that it was sort of a win-win for us. I mean, again, coming off the Military Bowl, beating State, coming here, 2 touchdown dogs, covering the spread. I mean, I'm fairly pleased with that. I mean, obviously, it's not the victory that we wanted, but I would be curious to know what your guys' thoughts are on that. And then also, too, I came to Raleigh with a bunch of State fans and had a good time, and I'll be honest. I honestly think Dowdy Ficklen's a much more rowdy environment than Carter Finley is. I know that's a lot of State fans don't want to hear that, but that's just what my thoughts are. I was expecting it to be louder than what it was, but I mean, I was going back and forth with State fans, and I mean, I was expecting more out of them. I think when the game got down and we were close to converting on the fourth down, I mean, State fans were quiet. I think they were sweating it. Dave was sweating his job.
I think they're down on Dave. I know, Holt, you like Dave Doran.
Yeah, I like him, but I mean, as a State fan,
year 13, I think they're kind of just blah on him.
I mean, are you going to win an ACC championship? And if not, like,
yeah.
I mean, what do? You want to go or win 8, 9 games every year, which is good if you're satisfied with that.
I know it's not the same situation, but it reminds me of ECU fans when they turned down on Mike Houston. They're done with him.
I 100% agree with that. And it's certainly a situation, too, where, I mean, honestly, felt like we were coming into the game kind of playing with house money. I'm
not going to do the moral victory thing. I come away from this game feeling pretty good about our team, but, like...
Right.
You could have won it.
I know, yeah. I hate that we lost it.
Right.
But Zach and AT also added it was a great environment. Pirates never left. Super loud in the fourth. I thought through the TV, I agree with you though. Like it didn't feel like a really super damning environment for the road team or whatever. So
yeah.
No, and I definitely think too it was a good first game for the guys kind of to get acclimated to, just to get used to that environment. Because I don't think we'll probably be in a more hostile environment than that moving forward. So I mean, I'm excited for the rest of the season in terms of what the Pirates are going to do, because I'm expecting big things out of the team. And I will say this kind of at the end. I've been listening to the radio show for a number of years, and I've never called in, so this is the first time. So I'll try to call in more.
Yeah, good first call, Zach. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all take care, okay?
All right. There is Zach in Raleigh at the game tonight. 317-1250. Let's go to Cole in Grimesland. Hey, Cole. Cole. No Cole. You want to get Colby? Take a break. Take a break? Take a break. All right, Colby, hang on. We'll get to you. We'll get to Mitchell, and we'll get to the rest of our callers. When we return, it'll be Friday, as we are hitting midnight here on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Stay tuned this weekend for our Celsius fifth quarter recap. Stay active, energized all day with Celsius by your side. Look for your favorite Celsius flavor at your favorite retailer and at ECU games. Celsius, the official energy drink of Pirate Radio, proudly distributed by the Minges Bottling Group. We're back with more on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show after this.
Fall is hands down the best time to be at Fish Street Hardware in downtown Greenville. We've got live music, trivia, singo, karaoke, and more to keep your nights lively. Plus, game days are back and better than ever with home and away tailgate parties as we cheer on the Pirates all season long. Make NFL Sunday your new Sunday fun day with brunch at 10 a.m., games all day, and doors open until 9. We're extending our hours on Fridays and Saturdays, now open until 11 with live music from 8 to 11, including monthly full band shows. Stay connected on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Fish Street Hardware and come see what all the buzz is about this fall at Hardware.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Bond. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
And it's first and goal for the Johnsons. They're looking to score their dream home. They hand it off to ENC Pirate Realty, Alan Tate, and boom!
Touchdown!
That's a home sold in record time.
It's a great thing they handed it to ENC Pirate Realty. The last drive, they tried to sell their own home and fumbled.
Whether you're buying, selling, or just scouting the field, the winning play is ENC Pirate Realty Alan Tate. Visit ENCPirateRealty.com today, where we bring championship service to every yard. At ENC Pirate Realty Alan Tate, they close the deal or someone walks the plank.
Go Pirates!
Escape to Beaufort this summer with exclusive savings at the Beaufort Hotel. Save 25% with Beaufort bonus days on Sunday and Monday during stays in June, July, and August. Immerse yourself in the beauty of the Crystal Coast. Experience waterfront dining at the award-winning 34 Degrees North restaurant. No advance deposit required and free cancellations up to 48 hours before arrival. Life is a little simpler at the Beaufort Hotel. Book your exclusive summer escape now. Visit BeaufortHotelNC.com or call 252-728-3000.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
Hey Pirate Nation, warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Looking for something better than bottled water? Reach for Chili Water. Pure, ice-cold refreshment straight from the Black Creek Aquifer right here in eastern North Carolina. No plastic bottles, just clean, crisp water in ocean-friendly cans because you deserve better. Made by Carolina Ice Company, 3 generations deep, and named for a local legend who loved fishing, music, and the great outdoors. And now, Chili Water is shipping 12-packs straight to your door. Every can helps protect the water we all love. Chili Water. The good water in your hand.
Want to make your day better? You can now order 2 large original crust one-topping pizzas from Papa John's for only $9.99 each. Take advantage of this awesome carry-out special now by logging on to papajohns.com and make today a pizza day for only $9.99 each. Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards and start earning points for your favorite menu items. Go Pirates!
This is Josh Gross, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio Scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
Well, if I could turn my microphone on, I'll give you the scores. How about that? With about a minute to go in the game, this one has gotten very interesting. UCF just scored, so they now lead Jacksonville State 16-10. They were knotted up at 10 apiece until just a couple of minutes ago. So we'll keep an eye on that game. And then a final from earlier today, UL Monroe shut out St. Francis of Pennsylvania 29-0. In high school action, well, I can officially say last night, Rose beat Washington 38-14, and JP2 beat Washington County 42-14. And that is a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, brought to you by The Buck. It is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. You can kick off your week on Monday with sports trivia with Clip Brock, along with Monday Night Football. They have live bands every Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday Fun Day is back with a jersey giveaway every NFL Sunday. You can check out The Buck on social media for the schedules, and we'll see you at The Buck. Now let's head back into the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you here on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter call-in show. Shout out Chili Water Chat Gang. It's turned into a cesspool at this point in the night/morning, so I won't read many of the comments going on there. But the callers coming in hot and heavy. Cade?
Also, too bad you drank the last chili water, man.
Yeah.
You're excited to try
I'll save one for you guys next week. I apologize. But, yeah. I apologize.
That's okay.
That's all I can do is apologize.
First game of the year, too.
Yeah.
And you're over here chugging them.
Tell them how you feel about them.
I'm upset.
No, last year you would always tell them you love them.
I do love you.
Let's hug it out. Love you too. Dalton, Jalen, Mitchell, hang on. Let's go to Colby in Wilmington on the Turner Home Team live line. Hello, Colby.
Hey, how are you guys doing tonight?
Doing all right.
Yeah, so I have a quick question. So I do know what Holton, being, the QB over the ECU, I do have a quick question, man. So beginning of the game, especially more so the first half of the game, I kind of noticed how the cornerbacks of ECU were kind of playing 5 to 7 yards off the receivers. What are your thoughts about that? Do you think we should have kind of pressed in that first half, or what's your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I think we made the perfect adjustment at the right time. I think early on, I don't mind it, but I also don't love it. All right, I'm going to get kind of technical here. So we were going cover 3, which means that pretty much you have 3 safeties, and you really have 1 safety and 2 DBs back. So the DBs bail back because they have a quarter or a third of the field, so that they have deep halves. And then underneath, the linebackers go underneath. So we were running that. He was throwing a lot of hitches. So what we ended up doing was going what's called 3 cloud, which means the DBs end up playing almost like cover 2, which is like they're up, so you can't throw those hitches. And that's when he started to have problems. So I think we made the right adjustments at the right time. Do I love we just gave him, those early completions, especially the first round. We gave him a touchdown pretty much the first drive. He just walked down the field pitching and catching. But I think that's adjustments. I think you got to learn the scheme. You got to learn what they're trying to do. Look, it's a chess match. Those first couple drives are always about, how are they scheming us? How are we scheming them? And then you adjust from there, and that's when the real game starts.
No, yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, that's true. It's more about adjusting it, maybe the first quarter we might not have, but towards the second quarter, it felt like our, cornerbacks were kind of adjusting to that and kind of tying it down on it. And so that's why I was just kind of wondering about that. And then another thing is so more so our linebackers and D-line is, we all saw, some of the tackles, it didn't look like they made most of the tackles that they should have. Is there any type of, sequence that you would see that could have made it better in that moment?
Are you just saying just the tackling in general, or?
Exactly. Or or even tying up the D-line or even the linebackers, kind of tying them up with those run plays in the first half. More so speaking about the first half.
Yeah, I will say probably the first 5 plays, literally, Caden, probably until they got into the 20-yard line. We didn't blitz much, or if we did, it was one guy. And it was like, okay, this isn't Blake Harrell's defense, clearly. And then that first drive when they got inside the 20, it was like a switch flipped, and they started blitzing, which, look, East Carolina, this defense and offense is really built to out-scheme people. We have a really, really, really good scheme, especially offensively, but now defensively too. I've seen it's pretty much the same scheme as Coach Harrell's, to where once we get a feel for the offense we're playing, we will out-scheme them more times than not. But that first 2 drives, really first quarter, you got to figure out what they're doing and then say, okay, we know how to attack that. So almost we're the attacker on defense, which more times than not in college football, it's the other way around. ECU has a defense that we're going to be the attacker. We just got to figure out how they are attacking us first, and then we'll attack.
Yeah. No, definitely. No, I definitely agree with that.
All right, Kobe.
One second. This is Grice Bell. I've been in the chat a lot. Sorry, I was trying to remember the number. I listen to Pirate Radio every day at work, but
you should know the number then.
The Pirate Radio earlier today around 3:30, and I heard Holton come on and talk about the first 2 play calls going into the drive. He was saying he wanted to see a run and then a deep bomb, a double route to Anthony Smith. Did you think the Pirates need to be more aggressive in their play calling in the first quarter? I know there were a lot of screens and shorter passes thrown, and it seemed like it was heavily relying on the tight ends. You might have already addressed that. I wasn't too.
No, that's a good call. I forgot we asked you that on the pregame, Hope.
No, it was, and I still stand by that. That's what we should have done. So in Brock Spalding's double move late in the game is the exact play I was talking about. It just wasn't Anthony Smith. It was Brock Spalding.
Right.
I think we should have ran it earlier. I think the DBs, the NC State DBs were all brand new. So, let's take a shot. Let's put the pressure on them. I told you this pregame clip. If we would have ran the ball play 1, no matter what happens, go quick, go fast, set the tone of going fast, and run a double move, tell Caton to look off the safeties and throw his deep ball. That's his best balls. He throws great deep balls, and just let him just chunk it. And either way, if it's incomplete, it'll scare the crap out of the defense. They'll have to back up. It'll scare the crap out of the fans. It'll set the tone. Yeah, we're attacking. And then let's not think the one double move we actually ran, we completed, and it ended up being a touchdown on that drive. So
Yep. Exactly.
Not only that, they played cover two a lot of the whole lot of the game, and it took us a long time to finally attack the middle of the field. And you were calling that for a while.
Yeah.
And I remember that one of those 4th and 1s, you were calling him to go deep. Holden's a very aggressive play caller.
I am, yeah.
So he likes to go deep, and I wish we went deep a little bit more earlier.
All right, appreciate the call, Colby. Let's go next to Mitchell in Winston-Salem on the Turner Home Team Live line. Hey, Mitchell.
Hey, guys. At one point in the first half, I looked up at the scoreboard, and State had 205 yards. We had -8. And I was thinking, oh, crap, we have regressed back to 2 years ago. And then I turned to the guy next to me, and I said, don't forget, that last year it was 21-0 at North Texas, and we ended up coming back and winning that game. And today was almost just like that, because we looked totally out of sync at North Texas, and then we figured it out, and then we just said, this is Pirate football, and we're going to bring it to you. And if we had just had a different play call there at Dan Holton, if you're the offensive coordinator, you got 1 yard to go down there, and it's 29 seconds to go, what do you call?
Empty quarterback draw with slants on one side and stick concept on the other side. So you need to throw it or run it. Caden can run pretty good too. Just run the people in the box, beat the numbers.
Yeah, I was thinking, don't go to the right because they're expecting it. Roll him to the left. You can either throw it, run it, or pitch it out. And if you're going to throw the ball, your receiver's got to be past the sticks. You cannot throw it to the line of scrimmage or a screen, because that was just asking for. But it is what it is. Now, hey, if we had won that game, you would have wanted to give the game ball to Caden Hauser, but I would say give it to what's the little receiver that had all those catches? The guy,
Brock Spalding.
Slinger. Yeah, Brock Spalding. Was that the game of his life?
Definitely his coming out party.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 2 or 3 incredible catches. And there was a guy next to me from State. He was about my age. I'm 64, and we started talking during the game. And I turned to him there at the end, and I said, now, isn't this a lot more exciting than y'all playing Western Carolina or Elon or somebody? And he kind of paused and looked at me and said, you're absolutely right. And on 4th down there, he looked at me, he said, this is what makes college football fun.
Heck yeah.
And I said, yeah. And when they stopped us, I shook his hand. I said, good game, man. He said, yeah. He said, y'all come back anytime. And, that's what it needs to be. We're all North Carolinians, yet we love our schools. So this is a fun rivalry. And he totally agreed. He said, yeah, I think we should play this thing at least every other year. So folks are good. The game in the second half was exactly what we needed to look like. I was really scared in the first half that we were not going to be very good this year, but something clicked on, and we finally figured out go back to tempo, get some short passes, and then hit them long. So I don't think we're going to face a defensive line like that, except maybe BYU. Their defensive line was living in our backfield. So I think we're going to do very well. I think we're going to come out of conference at least 2-2, and then I think we're going to play very well when it comes to conference time.
All right, Mitchell. Definitely some things to be positive and optimistic about moving forward. Appreciate the call in Winston-Salem. Good to hear from you again. Another year on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show. Jalen is up next in Raleigh. Hey, Jalen.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Full disclosure, you're talking to an NC State fan. I just wanted to call in. I'm from the area, so I listen to Pirate Radio because there's, 94.3, whatever. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of give my perspective on the game. I'm in Raleigh from Washington. I was at the game, obviously. it really never felt like we were going to lose, but we definitely, just from my perspective, I feel like we should have won by more than what we did. We had opportunities, especially in the red zone. Obviously, we send out a middle school kicker who can't even make it to the freaking upright. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. And obviously, that was a joke. Our run defense was good. Y'all didn't really get much of a run game going at all, really. Our secondary is, again, middle school secondary. So, obviously, y'all are dotting us up there. I mean, in the second half, obviously, y'all didn't get a first down until really, really late into the first, maybe early second. It took a while for you guys to get the offense going. Obviously, you did. And then Dave Doran did what Dave Doran does and plays not to lose. So, obviously, it was a lot closer than I feel like it should have been. And I'm not dogging ECU, but we should have won by a couple more touchdowns, I feel like.
I mean, I agree. At the end of that game, I was looking at it from the standpoint of if Dave blows this game, like I'm going to be on Pack Pride all weekend looking at the message board. Like it was going to be the meltdown of the century.
I think if we lose that game, his head's on a stick as we speak. But obviously, they're not going to fire him after one game. They probably won't fire him until the end. I mean, if we go 6-6 this season, I think he's gone. And then I don't know. He'd be a good hire for North Carolina A&T or something. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I mean, I guess a win is a win. And then I just wanted to, and the caller, a couple callers ago, mentioned Dowdy Ficklin being as good or better than Carter Finley. That was a bit crazy to say, especially considering. And again, not dogging ECU, but y'all haven't been able to get fans into the stadium since for a long time. So I felt like I felt like I needed to address that. That's an insane statement.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to both. I've been to a Florida State game on a Thursday night, electric atmosphere. I've been to great atmospheres at Dowdy Ficklin. But what did I say, Holden? Like, I think I said it off the air. I don't think State fans are like feeling too great after that win tonight, the way they had to hold on.
I mean,
and Jalen is kind of proving my point.
Yeah, I think, Jalen, honestly, shout out to you for calling in as a State fan.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, if I was a State fan, you're up 17-0, early in the second quarter. I think it showed some of your quarterback immaturity, and then it showed kind of what State fans, I guess, don't like about Dave Doran is you don't put your foot on the gas. And look, I mean, I don't follow State that much, but I do know that playing ACC schedule, like you're going to have a quarterback that closes games. And look, they won tonight. He technically closed the game, yes, but like as he matures, and he'll mature and be a really, really, really good quarterback the next couple of years, like he's going to figure out how to close games when you get that lead, and then it won't be close games.
All right, Jalen, anything else, man?
No, that was it. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel great about the win. No, we're not going to be a great team, and we've got to go to. I mean, I've got people saying it should be a rivalry game played, and it is a rivalry. I'm not going to say it's not. And should it be a game played every year? Maybe. You can make that argument. But I mean, I'm not feeling great after the win. But again, it's still a win. We got a kind of a semi-tough schedule.
You got a weird schedule. They got like Virginia, Wake, Duke coming up. They get a break with Campbell. Then it's like Notre Dame, and like it's a pretty tough schedule. I don't know how many wins y'all are getting.
5 or 6 probably.
Yeah.
Maybe we might.
Optimistic. There you go.
May see y'all in the Military Bowl again. Who knows?
Hey, let's do it again. Hey, Jalen, thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah.
All right, there's Pack fan Jalen. Not feeling great after the win tonight. All right, 317-1250. Dalton is in Raleigh. Hey, Dalton.
Hey, guys. I was going to talk just about, in general, I guess, how do you feel about us not setting up our run, like, offense, our running scheme, by not passing the ball in the first half, in the first quarter, I guess, mainly? How do you feel about that?
You're saying we should have passed to set up the run more? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, correct.
What do you think, Hope?
I feel like we didn't really give ourselves a chance with how we started out. We were running, run, and then we go to the pass play, and it sets up, a 40-yard pass or so, and then we come back and run the ball, and we get 5 yards to carry because we got the DBs and and the safeties back some. How do you also feel about the safeties and linebackers coming up and us still running it right up the gut and not cutting it outside?
Yeah, it made a good point. That's just sequencing. I don't even know. Is that like a common term in football, Rod?
Yeah, sequencing plays.
Yeah, so like sequencing plays is like as an offense coordinator would be like, I'm calling this play to set up the next 2 plays, the next 3 plays, or maybe the play way down the road. But, sequencing definitely could have been better. I think the first quarter, like we said, they were throwing a lot of swing passes instead of throwing it deep. So, even though it wasn't a run, it was just an extension of the run, so they just kept everyone up. And then once we started throwing it down the field a little bit, then those linebackers have to drop back some. Now, it didn't open up the run, but who knows if it would have opened it up if we started earlier.
Right. I just feel like we would have given ourselves a better chance with a run game if we did open up those pass plays, because then, even like we were standing up in the stands, we had ECU fans around us, and man, they were like, I think it was like 3rd and 6 or 4th down play where we didn't get it or whatever, and they were like, surprise us, let's run the ball again. You know what I mean? I felt like we just really used the run play and didn't, but the pass never hurt us. It wasn't like Caton gave us a chance of like throwing a pick or nothing like that. Like, he was very accurate with his throws. We weren't really spraying throws. I felt like our pass play could have been a lot better to help our run.
Yeah, Caton played a clean game. I mean, he really didn't put the ball in danger much, and State fans are still tweeting at me right now because I said on the podcast that Caton Hauser's better than CJ Bailey. I'll live by that. I still believe he's better.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Dalton. Appreciate it, man. There is Dalton in Raleigh on the Turner Home Team Live line. All right, line still rolling. Cole and Kent, hang on. We'll get to your calls and have more for you on the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations. Experience the highest standard of customer service next to Little Caesars on Charles Boulevard in Greenville, in front of Lowe's Home Improvement, on Memorial Drive in Greenville, next to Walmart on 10th Street in Greenville, and the U.S. Cellular store in the Greenville Mall behind the Chick-fil-A. More to go after this.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Pirates supporting pirates.
Beauty Bar Medi Spa offers non-surgical aesthetics. Our expert team of licensed professionals is dedicated to offering personalized solutions, giving you stunning, natural-looking results. Fall into beauty with our biggest sale of the year, starting September 15th. Enjoy exclusive savings and products including Botox, Xeomin, dermal fillers, laser treatments, hydrofacials, and more. Don't miss out on this incredible sale, September 15th through September 26th. Beauty Bar Medi Spa is located on 1021 Red Banks Road. For more information on all of our services, visit beautybarmedispa.com. Fall into beauty and mark your calendars. Go Pirates!
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Caroline Cook, and if you need an experienced realtor from Eastern North Carolina that was born a pirate, then give me a call. I'm committed to helping you find your dream home, selling your property for the best possible price, and providing top-notch real estate services. I pride myself on local knowledge, professionalism, and commitment to exceeding your expectations. Explore my website, CarolineCookHomes.com, to learn more about the services I provide and the properties I have to offer. Start your real estate journey today by calling 341-1992. Go Pirates.
It's bow time. Sure, you've had a sausage biscuit before, but have you had the smoked sausage biscuit from Bojangles? Well, now is your chance. Juicy, slow-cooked smoked sausage is grilled to perfection and served on a fluffy, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. No one does breakfast like Bojangles, and this smoked sausage biscuit doesn't disappoint. Right now, you can get 2 for just $5. Start your day with this flavor-packed deal while it lasts. It's bow time.
Meet the Kawasaki Nav, our first ever personal transportation vehicle designed for cruising the good life. The Kawasaki Nav 4E puts the fun in functional with a premium, sporty design and comfort for the whole family. Fully electric and loaded with storage, modern tech, and more. The Kawasaki Nav won't just wow you, it'll wow the neighbors. Be the first to nav the neighborhood. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Russell's is a full-service clothing store for both men and women. Family-owned and operated in historic downtown Washington for 41 years. This is Rhonda from Russell's, and we visit the country's largest markets to bring you quality clothing at affordable prices. From the finest in men's suits, sports coats, and accessories to fashionable dresses, tops, and jewelry for the women. Our attention to every detail means personal service and in-house alterations. Give Russell's a try. You, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street is now open 7 days a week. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Ahoy, Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Steve. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you. U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show rolling into Friday morning. And guess what? Lines are locked and loaded. Tanner, Johnny, Cole. Hang on. We'll go to Kent in Kinston next on the Turner Home Team Live line. What's up, Kent?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
This is still Butch, but I just got bailed out by my Uncle Kent.
Well, so you've already called?
Yeah, I mean, I got bailed out. It wasn't a good scene.
Okay. What were you in there for?
Overindulgence.
Yeah.
It was kind of, I mean, you know how it goes. But,
yeah. Yeah.
And I called my son, and he can't drive yet.
Yeah, he's 14.
He's 14.
I would like to keep doing this, but Shirley's kind of had it. It's 12:25.
So that was the same guy?
Kent, Butch, whatever. Do it like a noon game or something. You can call in with those kinds of calls, but Shirley's not playing tonight. All right, let's go to Cole in Grimesland. Hey, Cole. Cole. Is this young Cole? The Cole we know? No. All right, this is the second time. Don't take Cole's call anymore. Johnny D's in Emerald Isle. What's up, Johnny?
Man, I know y'all ready to go to the house.
Well, why are you calling me then?
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
I want to help out Jalen from Raleigh. You want to hear Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation, you need to dial in at 92.7, 104.1, 1250, and 930, bro.
Tell him, Johnny D.
Yeah. Talking about our fans. Yeah, our fans don't leave the stadium at halftime and not come back. There was a lot of purple and gold up there representing Pitt County tonight. Jalen.
Jalen.
Look, man, I know y'all ready to go to the house. Give my girl Shirley a raise. She's been working like a slave. And
well, she gets paid.
The first 3 drives, man, I don't know where that play call was. We just need to go vertical. But anyway, miss you guys. Good crowd tonight at the club. Everybody got along. Pirate fans, Wolfpack fans. We need to do this every year. So
yes, sir. Johnny, Pirates are going to beat Campbell next week. Who the Broncos got week 1?
Man, we got the Titans coming to the Mile High City.
Oh, man, you can go 2-0 next week.
Yeah.
Johnny, any last words for Jalen?
Nope. No last words for Jalen. You guys have a great night.
Later on, Johnny D. Appreciate you, buddy. All right, 317-1250. I thought we had a BB sighting, but we might be. What are we doing? Shirley's going to let me know. Brian Bailey, let me give his intro. Hall of Famer, host of the Brian Bailey Show, host of Brian Bailey's Touchdown Friday. He joins us here on the fifth quarter. What's up, BB?
What's up? How are you doing?
We're tired. How about you?
Hey, I'm a little tired myself.
You've been at it all day. Yeah. Man, Bailey, we talked about some good ones. You in your Papa John's Pirate preview, you talked about some of the great games of the past. I don't think this one will go down as a top 5 ever, but it turned into a tight one, a great comeback by the Pirates, and you saw it up close and personal. Had a shot at the end.
Yeah, and the thing I was really encouraged about is the fact that Blake said if they'd have gotten that touchdown, they would have gone for 2. So that would have made for some great drama, but it didn't happen that way. The whole thing was the fact that the Pirates just couldn't run the football. I mean, negative 25 yards in the first half. That just set the tone. And then when you get the ball fourth and 1, down in the shadow of the goalpost down there, and you got to be able to run the football and get that yard. But they didn't. They threw it, and they didn't complete it, and the game was over.
And what were you thinking? 17-0. Were you like everybody else, Bailey, that this one's done for, or did you think they would figure it out?
I was more on the line of it was done for because they just didn't show any signs of life at all. I mean, it just looked like the offense. The whole time we were talking about worried about the Pirate defense. We think the offense is going to put points on the board. The offense is explosive. The offense has looked so good in the preseason, and none of that came to fruition. It really was a struggle in the game because that offense clicks when they run the football, and that sets up the passing game. I think they were really fortunate that State missed the field goals, and they did make some big plays in the second half. But Caden Hauser was obviously very disappointed after the game, and you could see it on his face, but he really thinks that the offense could play a lot better. I think we'll see a lot better effort against Campbell, but you only get one shot to beat State for the season, and Pirates couldn't come through.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, running football. I mean, I didn't even know the negative 25 yards thing. how is it even close there? And then there's a switch flipped, and I mean, that's just how it is. But I mean, I think later in the game we found out who we were offensively, and it looked like the team last year in the second half of the season we were throwing the football at least. We still got to figure out the run game. Hopefully that's the best defensive line. I'd say second best. BYU's going to be really, really good, but hopefully we can figure it out by then, have a better game plan going in. But my one thing is I would just like to see attacking early, just throwing the ball deep early. Like Caton's really good at that. That's what the offense, when we start clicking, we're throwing the ball deep, and I'd just like to see a couple deep shots early.
Yeah, I asked Caton if it was frustrating that they couldn't run the ball, and his answer surprised me. He said, well, some games you can't run the ball, so you have to throw it, and this was kind of one of those games. And I was surprised the way he said it. I guess they did figure it out in the second half, and they were pretty good offensively in the second half, but mainly through the air. And I did not realize how many yards that Caton had for the game. What was it, 366? Is that what he came up with, 366? That blew me away because I had no idea he threw for that many yards.
Usually when a team struggles to run the ball, they struggle to do anything. But we were clicking in that passing game, and both of these former quarterbacks talked about it, and myself as well. I mean, he looked so comfortable, especially late in the game, Bailey. He looked cool. They went to that 2-minute timeout. He was kind of gesturing, and he wanted the ball and wanted the moment, and Pirates just couldn't get it done down the stretch. But again, I think a lot of callers have talked about it, a lot of optimism moving forward despite the loss.
Yeah, and the fourth down play, and maybe Holton can elaborate on it. I just didn't. I don't know whether they didn't execute it right. They were going to face a penalty if they had gotten the first down, so it wasn't going to count. But I just didn't like the call. I mean, I know they've struggled so much running the ball, but I still say you got to put it down and just gut it out and get it. And if you don't run it, throw it across the middle and throw it past the stick so you can get the first down.
Yeah, it was as far as I've seen, this is just me watching it on TV. I think it was an RPO where he could have handed it off, or he was reading like that, just that open space, and thought the tight end could have maybe got it. But yeah, I would have liked to see, we talked about it earlier last year, even in the bowl game, and we did it a bunch, honestly. It was a cool thing JDB did down in the red zone or down on 4th and in. We would bring in 2 defensive linemen and go under center and just run power right up the middle. I think it was a perfect moment for that. But we ran for 30 yards all game. So, but at the same time, he called a run play. So it's just one of those where, I mean, Yeah, I don't know. I think if it works, we sit here and say like Rajay last year that it was the perfect play call and all that. But when it doesn't work, you look back and like, we should have thrown, we should have done this, and that's just that's football. I guess that's why we all love it.
I think I'd have ran something with Caton and an option play where Caton can run.
Yeah.
If he tucks it in, he gets the first down. If he pitches it wide, you got a chance to get it, wide. But
yeah,
like you said, they don't pay me to call the plays. So
shoot, they should. They should, Brian. They scored on the same option play you're talking about, so we should have probably ran it again.
That's what I was thinking. But yeah, there you go.
BB, well, another full night of football coming your way on Brian Bailey's Touchdown Friday, and then I think we talked about it earlier this week. We're going to watch some football on Saturday, right? You going to take it easy Saturday and enjoy the games?
I think Melissa said we got to go see your aunt and uncle, so I'm gonna.
So you're going to get divorced, is what you're telling me.
I'm gonna smile. And I'm going to go see the aunt and uncle, and I'm going to sneak into the den, and I'm going to grab the clicker and watch all the football I want.
Yes, sir.
There you go. BB, good to talk with you, man. Have a good show tomorrow night.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate everything. Thank you.
There's the man, Brian Bailey, joining us here on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Let's see if Tanner and Brennan were patient. Tanner and Wilson, are you there?
We're here. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Oh, just on the way home to Wilson from Raleigh.
Wide awake Wilson.
We're keeping us awake. We're on the way to Wilson. We got some wings over Raleigh, and now we're on the way home. But how about them Pirates?
Well,
how about them? What a poor effort at the beginning, but we came together at the end. So this is my question. Holt, this is for you. I'm trying to wrap my mind around when you're 3rd and 33, why we run the ball. Why even choose a running play 3rd and 33?
We were backed up, and I literally looked at Caden and a couple other people that we were watching the game with, a couple former players, and I was like, what do you call there? So you know what, Tanner, what would you call 3rd and 33?
I would go Madden 25 all day long and a Hail Mary down. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's why I don't get paid the big bucks.
Yeah. The problem's getting to 3rd and 33.
Yeah, I think the issue is if you're at 3rd and 33, you don't got many options.
Yeah. Well, I think what I was most frustrated with is like we saw the play calling last year be so phenomenal at the end of the year, and then we get to the first quarter of this game, and it's like, what just happened? The entire first half. The state fans around us were like, this is not the same team. And granted, in a lot of ways, we're not. But what was that play calling? And I know you've heard that all night.
Yeah.
It felt like we thought we could bully them or in the run game.
Bit.
Like,
the key word he said was the ending of last year, our offense was clicking on all cylinders. Like, the beginning of last year, our offense was we literally sat here last year doing the fifth quarter having this conversation saying, well, I thought this was the Ole Miss offense. I thought we were going up tempo. I thought we were doing all this.
Yeah.
Sounds very similar, except we figured it out later in this game. But, like, yeah, I mean, I just think early in the season you got to figure things out and you got to understand it. And could we have had a better game plan going in the first quarter and a half? Yeah, but hopefully you learn from it. That's what's tough about playing a big opponent week one is you don't have time to figure it out. Like, you have to figure it out. And the team who figures it out the quickest wins the game. State started 17-0. That's a tough deficit. We almost came up, and won the game or at least tied the game. But State was more prepared for the first quarter and a half.
All right, Tanner.
Super excited. I'm pumped for the rest of the season. We can click on offense. We've got it, y'all. Our defense was awesome. Considering we only had, 2 people returning, we did so good. So let's go Pirates.
Enjoy the wings over Raleigh. Shout out Ryan Malley and get some wings over Greenville if you're hungry around here.
Enthusiasm. I really didn't know where that call was going.
How about them Pirates? It's like, wait, did we win?
I was like, is that a state caller at first?
Brennan, did you hang on in Winterville? Let's try Brennan. You there, Brennan?
That's it.
What's up?
Yes, I'm there.
What's up, man?
So I got bad news for you.
Oh, no.
To another State fan. But if you got someone to blame, just blame intern Jackson. He's been bothering me for the last hour and a half to call in.
Thanks, Jackson.
I just, from a State fan's perspective, I do have to say, though, that Dave Doran belongs in the Clinch Hall of Fame. And ECU looked good tonight in some aspects. There's some other aspects that are going to need work, and NC State needs work too. But it was a good game to watch, I'll say that for sure. But
not the game a lot of us expected. July Holton liked the under in this game.
I liked the under until 2 hours before kickoff.
2 hours before kickoff, Holton changed his mind. But, yeah, I thought we'd see more fireworks tonight from your side, Brendan, which we saw early in the game, and it took our offense forever to finally get going. But, yeah, it was kind of a different game than I was anticipating.
Yeah, I expected a close game. I don't know if I really expected that, but I did. Anytime these two teams play, you can always expect a close game. So,
yeah. Anything else, man?
No, that's it. Just figured I'd call in.
Appreciate it, and have a good night. Good luck the rest of the way. I don't mean that. I hope y'all lose every game. Jackson, I won't be mad at you. You won me a little bit of money today. Ohio Bobcats, great call. Appreciate that. We're going to get some winners from Holton and Caden before the Saturday game?
Well, Saturday morning or tomorrow night, actually. So,
all right.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm done not listening to people. You know what? I wanted to take the under. You guys all convinced me otherwise. I'm listening to my own heart here.
Trust your heart, bro.
Yeah.
All right, Shirley, let's go. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll hear some audio. And if you want to call in, and then we'll take our final timeout and get out of here. So almost the last call for your calls on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Back with you after this.
The very best bagels in Greenville are at Bagel Man. Bagel Man is open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner until 8 p.m. If you're a person on the go, place your order ahead of time online at ncbagelman.com. Start your day with a breakfast sandwich or dine in for lunch with a tuna melt, pastrami sandwich, panini, or specialty wrap. And everyone loves Bagel Man's fresh-made desserts and pastries. Bagel Man is where Pirate Nation fuels up for game day or any day. Bagel Man, 1904 Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on four wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with E-Z-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School, or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Hey Landon, did you hear the news? Oh yeah, Dowdy Ficklin's getting a Mountain Dew makeover. That's right, the Mountain Dude is coming to get rowdy and dowdy. Please tell me he's bringing that neon green coat. Oh, you know it, and get this, fans can actually win one of those custom coats and get recognized on the field during the ECU Army game on September 25th. No way, you'd look good in one of those, man. No, I think it's got your name all over it. Be on the lookout for Mountain Dew standees at your favorite Mountain Dew retailers. Scan the QR code and you could win your own neon coat and a meet and greet with the dude himself. So mark those calendars. Thursday night, September 25th, ECU vs. Army. Let's paint it Mountain Dew green.
It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids. On September 13th, legendary country music group Alabama takes the stage. Tickets are on sale now at CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com.
Hey, this is John Gordon, author of The Energy Bus, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, for the first time tonight, lines are clear on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show, so we'll hear a little bit from Blake Harrell after the game as the Pirates fall to NC State tonight, 24-17. Here is Blake Harrell.
I think it's going against an opponent is just game one. Like when you go against yourself, you don't know exactly where you're at or what you got to improve on, or you get a pretty good feel for it. But you go play a 60-minute ball game against a good opponent, and in an atmosphere like this, you find out exactly where you are. You know, and unfortunately came up on, on the wrong side of it I don't want to be on. But we got to improve from here. I think the biggest improvement a football team usually makes is after the first loss or after the first game, and it both happened tonight. So we got to get back at it. I told the guys, and I would have said this regardless of how the game went. It's just one game, and that one game's not going to define our season. Win or lose, you got to get right over it pretty quick. You got to get on to the next one, and to work on Campbell. And that's going to be the biggest game of the year because it's the next game of the year.
All right, and hopefully that second half, it pepped me up a little bit as far as the rest of the season. Hopefully the guys, too, will make them hungry to get off to better starts, close out games. I mean, next week is such a, I hate to say it, like a waste of time.
Yeah, it sucks.
I mean, it is Campbell. So the Pirates are going to win. It's going to come down, and then we're going to say, what can they do on the road again, but this time against Coastal Carolina? Because if you go 2-1 and set up a home game with BYU, that sets up for a pretty big week here in Greenville, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think tonight can go, like, it could have went two different ways. Like I said, 17-0, we could have just went away. It could have been like 2018 when it was just a blowout and embarrassing. It wasn't that. We found who we were, for the most part. We found out that, like, the good thing about tonight is, like, down 17 is a lot. And hopefully we're not down that much the rest of the year. But if it ever comes to that again, like, they can look back, say we get down 17 to BYU, and hopefully we don't, or 17 to Memphis, or whoever. They can look back and say, okay, we were down 17 versus our in-state rival in a sold-out crowd away, and we were one play away from tying the game in the last play of the game. So, like, they'll have confidence in that now, knowing, like, okay, we can come back from this. And that's very powerful, and will probably help us win a game later in the year.
I thought Caden was about to speak, then he had a cough.
Yeah, I had a cough.
Anything?
No, I agree with him there.
Will Brennan be the Flippo Farms last call of the fifth quarter, or will we have one more? Flippo Farms THC seltzers are available now, crafted with care right here in the heart of Eastern North Carolina, infused with 10 milligrams Delta 9 THC. No shortcuts, just real refreshing cannabis seltzer. Finally done right. Find them today at your favorite retailer, 21 and older. Please drink responsibly. A great way to end the day and a great way to end the fifth quarter. And we will have one more break and one more opportunity for you to get a call in. Right now, we'll get our Brown and Wood drive of the game brought to you by Brown and Wood. We could go with the quick scoring drive, which was, I say quick, 6 plays, but it only took a minute 43 because it ended on an 86-yard touchdown, or excuse me, a 79-yard passing touchdown to Javante Carter, an 86-yard 6-play drive. Or we could go there in the fourth quarter to cut it to 10. Marlon Gunn had a touchdown run, 9 plays, 72 yards, 3:42 off the clock. Man, just 2 touchdowns tonight for the Pirates.
Yeah, it's tough. I really like that first one. They caught the Wolfpack napping on that one, and that was good scheming.
A little bit of pinballing, too, by Connor to get out of tackles. And
very good play.
Yeah.
Exactly. I thought it was a really good play they called right at the right moment.
And one of the basketball term, Holt, your boy Brunson, he needs to see one go in sometimes, right? The Pirates need to see something good happen.
Started rolling, yeah. And that was when the momentum shifted.
Offense clicked. After that, just not quite enough in the 24-17 loss to NC State. Brown and Wood has serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for over 80 years. Brown and Wood has 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal that you leave a happy customer every time. Brown and Wood on Greenville Boulevard, Greenville. Online at brownandwoodauto.com. All right, last call for your calls. We'll take a timeout, come back, and wrap it up on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show after this.
Big news from the Rick House. The Rick House has a brand new menu that you're absolutely going to love. New on the menu are creamy garlic parm chicken pasta, crab cakes, and our new porterhouse, half filet, half strip, tender and juicy, and grilled to perfection. The Rick House is the area's bourbon authority, featuring Willet, Jefferson Tropics, and the Frank Sinatra Select by Jack Daniels. The new menu features new, lower prices and $4 drafts all summer long. The Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with Harris Real Estate Group, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates!
It's the sale everyone waits for. Bostic Sugg Furniture's incredible Labor Day sale. Right now, enjoy Labor Day savings on the most talked about on-trend styles for every room of your home. Whether you're looking for more relaxation at home or a better night's sleep, Bostic Sugg has hundreds of items in stock ready to go. Yours with 6 months special financing. Plus, get a discount equal to 2 times the sales tax or 60 months special financing during the incredible Labor Day sale on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
You know that sound? That's the sound of relaxation in a can.
Flippo Farms THC seltzers are here. It's time to try something different. Our THC-infused seltzers are crisp, refreshing, and just what you need to take the edge off without taking you out. Whether you're tailgating, grilling out, or just surviving another day of meetings, Flippo Farms seltzers bring chill with zero hangover.
Try a Flippo Farms THC seltzer at Nash Hot Chicken. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
This is Miles Bear, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
All right, let's take one final look at your scoreboard. Nebraska beat Cincinnati 20-17. UCF gets by Jacksonville State 17-10. That was the final. In the big leagues, the Phillies, well, they ran roughshod all over the Braves. 19-4 was that final. Kyle Schwarber for the Phillies hit 4 home runs in that game. Marlins beat the Mets 7-4. Yankees beat the White Sox by a final of 10-4. Speaking of the Marlins, there's a possibility that Connor Norby will be activated for the Marlins coming up on Friday as they get ready to continue their series. They have a 4-game series with the Mets, and there is a possibility that Connor will be coming off of that injury, will be activated tomorrow. So that is a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, brought to you by The Buck. It's your beacon of music in the land of pirates. Kick off your week on Monday with sports trivia with Clip Brock. You can also catch Monday Night Football. They have live bands every Friday and Saturday. And Sunday Fun Day is back with a jersey giveaway every NFL Sunday. You can check out The Buck for their schedules on their social media platforms, and we'll see you at The Buck. Now let's head back in to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter. Here's Clip.
Shirley, no more Monday Night Trivia without football on the big screen starting this week. Chapel Bill and North Carolina taking on TCU, and then after that, of course, Monday Night Football in the NFL.
So I have a question then.
Yeah.
How much of the sports trivia are you going to be able to accomplish while said Monday Night Football is going on?
All the sports trivia, because we're going to do trivia on a TV, game on a TV, and prop bets for our trivia contestants regarding the Monday Night Football game. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Before we have our final thoughts here, game you're looking forward to the most Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Holden?
Texas, Ohio State, for sure.
Nooner on Saturday. How about you, Caden?
I want to watch that Georgia Tech Colorado game
Tomorrow night.
I think Georgia Tech has a team this year.
You like the Yellow Jackets? I'm going Sunday, Miami, Notre Dame. I don't know why. I think it's nostalgia, but I'm really excited for that one, and I'm taking the Irish.
Who's your sleeper to make the college football playoff or Heisman sleeper this year?
How about my Group of 5 team to make it? Okay. I'm going in the American, and hopefully it's ECU versus this team in the championship, so I'll be happy either way. But I'm going Memphis this year.
I think Memphis is really good, yeah.
I'm going Memphis.
Like that.
By the way, the Texas-Ohio State game can be heard right here on Pirate Radio.
Hey,
we will be carrying that game on Saturday.
Right. And I did a crapshoot when we did our predictions for playoff. My Big 12 champion, I took Iowa State, so at least they're 1-0.
They're due.
That was before that game, so I feel better about it.
Matt Campbell wins 10 games every year. They're due to get close. Caden, what about you?
Like sleeper to make the playoffs?
Yeah, or Heisman sleeper.
We already talked about Heisman before. Group of 5, I don't know who I think the Group of 5 is wide open this year.
How about after tonight?
Yeah,
it feels way more wide open. Boise got trounced by South Florida.
And UNLV looked not good against Idaho State. So I'm excited to see who comes out of the Group of 5. I think it's a new team that's going to be on the rise.
Yeah.
All right, final thoughts on this one, guys. Holden, what you got?
Yeah, it's a long season. Could have went 2 different ways. I think we'll win games later in the season because of this game. Wish we would have won clearly, 100%. I love the rivalry. We need to play more. We got a really good quarterback that's let him just go out there and be really good.
I know BYU, Tulane, we'll play some pretty good teams, but this has to be our low point total of the season. I don't see us scoring on 17 again. We got to at least get in the 20s. That was really frustrating tonight. Caden, how about you?
Hate losing to NC State, but honestly, I love to see the turnaround in the second half. Next week, I really just want to see really solid play from everyone. And anything outside of solid play, I think people are going to be a little upset. I hope we win big. It sets us up for Coastal and then BYU after that.
We need to put on a show.
Yep.
Nick and Jackson, awesome work. You guys want to get a final word in here before we go? I know we got a caller coming up, but Nick and Jackson, any thoughts? Hit the mic. Turn the mic on.
Hold on, I gotta get myself collected. I'm disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought the Pirates had, they had it all down pat coming in, and from the start you could tell something was just a little bit off. The play calling was so timid and so just conservative compared to how we were last year, where it's a draw play every first and 10 and constant screen. So I was a little disappointed in that, but second half they definitely turned it around, and that's when things got interesting, and we got to see a little flash of that ECU of last year.
Nick, thoughts on the game? Or your day here at Pirate Radio?
It was really bad in the first half, and then it was really, really fun in the second half, and it was very disappointing the way it ended. It's about all I got.
Nick might be our, is it Blutman on Barstool?
That was great, yeah.
The ball knower.
Yeah.
I think that might be Nick. He's a puck knower. I know that. Cameron in Goldsboro, you are Flippo Farms' last call of the fifth quarter. What's up, Cameron?
What's up, guys? Made it back. Jacked my knee up, recovering at the game. But, same thoughts as you. Disappointed in the first half. I thought if our offense played better, we could win that game. Surprised with how well our defense held up physically. That was the biggest concern, as everybody has said all night. But that loss doesn't destroy our season. We got the whole season ahead of us. We come win next week, win at Coastal. That BYU game's going to be huge still. So looking forward to the rest of the season. As always, go Pirates.
All right, we'll add Cameron to our Orthopedics East injury report after tonight's game. Cameron, the Flippo Farms, last call of the fifth quarter. All right, let's wrap this baby up. Shirley Rhodes, awesome doing this with you again for another year. Pretty flawless pregame show, I thought. Went as well as it could, and a fun fifth quarter as well. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you, Nick. Awesome work today, fellas. Holt and Caden, good to have you on board again.
Yes, sir.
We'll have a much happier fifth quarter next week after a Pirate win. Love you too, buddy. And Chili Water Chat Gang, stay weird. But appreciate y'all and everybody tuning in, and all the callers tonight on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Pirates fall to the pack 24-17. We'll be back with you next Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate and U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show.
You have been listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Join us next time for complete postgame coverage of East Carolina football, exclusively on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Operates how Jerry Jones